We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
Out of Norway, where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Thursday to ya. We're over the hump. We are making our way to the weekend. It's going to be a good day. We got a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it, friends. Hello, Blabs.
Hi, it's Thursday. Yes.
Killer boots, man.
Thank you.
All right, nice.
Hi.
Good to see you. What's been going on with you? Anything exciting? Any great stories you got to share?
I shoveled snow because there's a foot of snow out. Fun. Actually, it was so high up that it got in my boots.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow.
Way to go. Love that. That's great to hear. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, nice. Joining us today on this wonderful Thursday, as always, we have our wonderful Fox Lady friend herself, Kirsche. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
You doing okay?
It's Thursday after all.
You doing all right? You seem a little coffee cough.
Yeah, I'm a little coffee cough. I don't know. It happens sometimes, unfortunately.
Can
Yeah.
I share what happened before we went live? Before it was just myself and Kirsche on the screen.
Sure.
I was watching a video and I let her in. I brought myself in and she just was like, her avatar was like vibrating. It was really, really weird. And like it kept like blinking, like the boobs would glitch out and everything too. And I was just like, are you good? And I would be talking to her and I would be like, she wouldn't respond to me. So I kept checking all my settings thinking maybe I mute myself or whatever it was. And no, she just thought I was part of a YouTube video she was watching where I'm like, are you good, dude? Are you good,
Yeah,
dude?
it's like this
Are
guy's
you good,
the gate. Clearly the person asking you good dude is like whoever his duo partner is.
Yeah.
I can just ignore that. He's ignoring his partner.
Yeah. But like her eyes were like shaking and her boobs would all of a sudden just start jiggling and everything, and I was really like this close
I was
to hitting
locked in. I
OBS
was
and
watching
screen
the
grabbing.
video.
So close to getting some content for you guys before I before I could get OBS. She finally realized I was talking to her, but it was wild, dude.
Hey, Blabs.
Weird.
First and foremost, you do that to me all the time. You take screen grabs of me before the show.
Oh no. Those are like you know, I pressed the button, screen grab. I meant like recording OBS and actually recording her shaking and everything. I'm like, she's having her own DSP moment, but it's just me witnessing it. Like, I was going to go and record all that, but I didn't get a chance to open up OBS in time.
So, speaking of stream stuff, I went in and adjusted your mic settings. I took off echo cancellation because you sounded like you were going through water earlier.
Me?
So if you can bring your gain up a little bit on your mic, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
But when I dropped your echo cancellation, your volume went like half. So just pull it up a little bit more. Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it up. Speaking of audio mixing and making things look pretty, straight from the hood, it's Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
What up, dogs? How y'all doing?
Pretty good today. Yeah, he's the G'est of all the G's.
Yeah, that's what they called me in high school.
That's right. The G'est of all the G's.
All of them. Not one person called me that, but I wished deep down that they would have called me that.
No. You know, this goes back to the conversation we had yesterday about like high school kids and prom and all that, about how, you know, some people want to say, you know, they peaked in high school or they didn't quite peak in high school and they're trying to make up for it their entire life, you know, by making proms when they're 40 years old. It's like, it's weird.
When I was a teenager and my mom rented out my room to her large black friend, and I have to say that every time because like his calves were about the size of my waist. He was enormous, like my 600-pound life enormous. Hello, why are you raising your hand?
Yes, I just have a question. How did he pay your mother?
In American money dollars?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you paid for it other ways.
I don't think he could. I mean, like when you get to 600 pounds, you're just kind of an amorphous blob that sloshes from place to place.
Okay, sorry. I apologize. Yes, please continue.
My mom rented out my bedroom to that guy, so I didn't have any privacy and I had to sleep on the couch. But he was a friendly guy, and we played Final Fantasy X pretty often together. And so he wrote and then full N-word without the hard R, K-Dog on my memory card. So now I'm a real G.
You are. You're the G'est of all the G's.
I
Sorry,
am.
Phoenix.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Phoenix. All right.
I'll take second seat. That's okay.
Well, look, I know you will, Phoenix. Just kidding.
And I mean that in every way possible, of course.
All right. So we got a big show today. We're talking boobs and the character sexualization conversation that's happening online. It all started with Smash JT because he used Chat GPT to make a girl's boobs bigger, and then the internet flipped out about it. And here we are. We got a viral story to talk about, which is great. GameStop did something actually exceptional. It's important to call a dub, and GameStop did it. We'll get to that a little bit later. The VTuber of the year, according to the Streamer Awards, has some interesting criticism for VTubers, which should be fun, specifically their communities. So we'll get Kirsche's thoughts on that. I also have another video for you, Kirsche.
Oh.
About being aware, which we'll look at that a little bit later on.
That should be fun. I have a video for you too. It's about how Christmas music is racist.
Oh, is this the Joy Reid thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that. That's great. Absolutely. I'll pop that up higher on the run sheet today. And if we got time, we'll get into how Hollywood is still extremely racist. So, you know, there's lots to talk about today. But first and foremost, good Lord, give it up for Penguin Lord, who came in with
Penguino
20 gifted YouTube member shits. Thank you, Blabs. Leading into it, huh? Hey, you guys got gifted. Are we doing sub day today? We doing a big sub train today? Is that what we're doing?
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just means I guess a lot of gifted subs come in for Christmas. I mean, this is your last show to be on before Christmas, so let's make it special, eh?
Oh my God! Shut up. That's crazy. How does time work? I hate that.
Actually, she's not, because we have her scheduled for next week as well.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, let's go. All right. Screw everything I said. Let's make today's show extra
alert,
crappy.
Kirsche London Journal next Thursday.
Spoiler alert. I knew about this, but I forgot, so it was a really good surprise bit.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Also, Professor John Wolfman, 8597, came in as a brand new member. Loves that. So we're at 21 today. That's awesome. 21 new members over on YouTube. Let's see if Rumble can match that over there, and maybe Kick and Twitch and Plus and all that good stuff. So look, big day today. Lots going on. So much to get into. We have Phoenix twisting and tweaking on the back end for the first time, which should be fun. So if things mess up, blame it on me.
Twerking on the back end.
Yes, and we have a new tool that Phoenix has found, which will allow us to point things out on the internet.com. So we'll be leveraging all that stuff today. With that said, friends, let's get into it. Blabs, are you ready to immensely disappoint everybody?
Every day.
Every day at this time.
That's not true. You shine sparkly.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
We'll see. We'll see how you're
Kirsche
feeling
poops
about.
glitter.
That's true.
Let's go to today in gaming history.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
That's me.
Well, I know you do not poop glitter. Actually, I don't
now.
know that. I can't confirm that. Actually,
I'm like, why do you know or not know this?
to be
You
clear,
don't know how
I
many
do.
sprinkles she's putting on her mashed potatoes to make her sparkly.
She's just gobbling those mashed potatoes and dumping, just looking
Weird
back
how you
down.
talk about mashed potatoes when you're the one who eats everything with mashed potatoes, Craig.
Listen,
What do you do with mashed potatoes?
they don't know this yet. Blabs. All right.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just give you the spoilers. We had this past weekend. We were in Florida. We had the Queen of the Wii, as you know, Kirsche, and part of that fun time was taking our resident racist Canadian, Kay, out to various new American restaurants. And in doing so, we took her to Popeyes. You ever been to Popeyes Chicken before, Kirsche?
No, I haven't, I don't think.
Oh, man. Popeyes Chicken it's built around southern New Orleans.
Yeah, I know what it is. I've been to like a Bojangles, right? It's pretty similar to that.
Yeah, Bojangles is like a B tier Popeyes. But
they have the urinal cakes.
I'm sorry, what?
Bojangles, they have delicious urinal cakes. The little circle thingies.
You can eat you can eat the pee-pee cakes?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get French fries or you can get the urinal cakes with your chicken. And I always get the urinal cakes. They're the most delicious.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for that. Well, we took Kay to Popeyes, and the hack at Popeyes, which literally changed Kay's life, is that when you get the chicken strips, the chicken tendies, if you will, you get it with a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, and then you take the tendies and you dip them into the mashed potatoes and gravy, you put it all at one time. And Kay had never done this before, and it blew her fucking mind. You ever done this before, Kirsche?
I mean, sometimes I'll cut up chicken tenders and I'll mix them together inside mashed potatoes with like baked beans or something, and that's pretty good.
How does she not understand that process? That you're supposed to dip everything in with everything. Like that's how you eat. You don't just eat it one at a time.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I either use it as a dip or I mix it together, and some things just taste better mixed together. I'm a texture eater, you know?
You prefer the KFC bowl.
Actually, I made the KFC bowls before KFC even had the idea. I've been doing that since I was like a child, all right?
Yeah,
you truly are the oest of all G's.
You really are. I do. I bow down before you.
It's pretty spectacular. Well, like I said, that's the hack when it comes to any place that serves mashed potatoes with your chicken tendies.
I can imagine.
You should definitely give it a go. Maybe next time we get together, we'll make this happen for you, and you'll go, wow, you've changed my life.
Wow. I'm realizing more fast food stuff. I don't know. When I go traveling, I like to eat at like local places, you know? I want to try the local food rather than big chains.
Well, if they have mashed potatoes, then you can give it a try. You know, I'm just saying.
True. That's true. Unless it's In-N-Out. In-N-Out's pretty great. Every time I go to California, I have to go to an In-N-Out.
Oh,
hot take. In-N-Out overrated.
I mean, maybe, but it's still better than most of the other fast food chains. So I like going there when I have the ability to. It's not very often. And then I just turn into a horse and I eat everything on the tray super fast.
Yeah. Are you a fast eater?
I never thought I was a fast eater, but I guess I am in comparison to quite a lot of people. So
maybe with women. Women traditionally eat pretty damn slow. Like
unless they're with other women.
No, I actually eat incredibly fast. I just eat slow around you guys. I am nicknamed Hoover.
Oh my God!
About the
oh boy! Well, we saw that the other week.
Sometimes I do the inhale strategy. Other times, you know, I'm like, hey, I'll see you in an hour. I have to eat.
So I grew up with a lot of family members, and like if there was ever pizza, we were ever like fortunate enough to have like pizza delivered or something, it was like a fucking war. You had to attack if you wanted to eat it, and I have taken that with me my entire life.
Hi, Rumble Chat.
What are you giggling about, Blabs?
Rumble Chat, they're funny.
What's so funny, Blabs?
Nothing.
You can't share?
Nah, it's an inside joke with the Rumble Chat. You have to be over on Rumble, the cool chat. Sorry.
Oh, well, you mean, what about the plus chat?
She hates us.
They're cool too, but the Rumble Chat's funny.
Speaking of Hoover, I don't know if you saw this image of Blabs the other day, Kirsche, but we at the Rumble studio the other day. This was quite a situation we had where we had Kay and Phoenix on one side of the desk, and as I scroll down, you'll see Blabs hoovering, actually finishing up her hoovering, coming up to the desk.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's what we said. What the heck?
It's just popping up from underneath there. What kind of services are you providing here, Blabs?
All the services.
She's a special woman. Special woman right there. Good.
You got to prep them for the show somehow.
Yeah. They were
get him in the mood.
You could see, and if I can bust out our telestrator here, you can see the happiness on her face.
She's very joyous. It's a very memey image.
That's right. And you can see, this is the last time Kay actually liked. You can see the eyesight directly on her right there. And Phoenix is just a sheer happiness on his face.
Yeah.
Just little happiness vibes going on there. So there we go. This is our telestrator is in great use today. That's excellent. So great stuff right there. Anyways, yeah, Hoover is with us today. Congratulations, Blabs. Nickname. All right, awesome. Okay, so anyways, today's video game release is Blabs.
It's like 10 minutes later. All right, December 11th, everyone. Eternal Champions was released in 1993. Nintendo 64 Double D, that's what I'm calling it now because it's like boob size, was released in Japan in 1999. And then Earth Defense Force 5 was released in 2018. Ta-da!
Damn. I didn't know it was that old.
Earth Defense Force 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have a lot here to discuss today, Blabs. And Phoenix, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this list.
I've got to imagine this is going to be a massacre. I'm guessing.
So you mentioned there it is. there's the image right there. That is the episode. Actually, we should probably get everybody set up. Let's actually do that. Let's actually make sure that. There we go. So now, whenever you put that up, everybody knows that exactly who the derpy dragon is over there.
I love being the derpy dragon. She's the happiest.
No, I'm just off to the side, dead and alone.
There you go. You get to be in the middle. I'll be dead and alone, all by myself. All right. So some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include the original Klonoa for the PlayStation here, right here, which. Let me clear this out. Hold on, because I have this now. Let's see. We have the Princess Crown, Shining Force 3, Gran Turismo 2 for the PlayStation here.
That's a biggie.
I played a lot of Gran Turismo when I was a child.
Were you a big? That's like before Gran Turismo went super hardcore into like realism, right? No. Gran Turismo's always been super real.
Yeah, it's always been super realism. And I remember trying to get like my international licenses, and then finally getting the A international license. And I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I was like, I'm never playing another racing game again.
This is it. This is the peak right there. So Blabs, you missed that one right there.
Did I though?
Okay, add a note. Blabs missed again. There we go. All right.
Good Lord.
So the 64 DD. This
double
one
D.
is it? No, it's not the double D.
I'm gonna call it the Double D.
Phoenix, I bet you can tell.
Double D.
I bet you can tell a lot of people about the 64 DD. Do you know anything about the 64 disk drive?
Yeah, it was Japan only. It was the goal was to eventually get it everywhere else, but it just kind of stayed in Japan, which is a shame because the idea was really cool. It just was never going to be sustainable. The idea being is that you could add additional content to your game. So, for example, you could add new dungeons, I believe, to Ocarina of Time. I believe it even changed the game a little bit, as well as like there was a paint program where you were able to kind of a Mario Paint kind of game where you'd be able to read and write content. So you could draw something, save it, things like that. So it was just this. And F-Zero, which I've always wanted to see. I believe you could even make a track editor, which I've never seen, always wanted to do. That would have been sweet. But that's the general view of it, is that you could add content to your pre-existing game.
It was a very cool idea, but it never.
Sounds a pretty neat idea.
Yeah. It never panned out outside of Japan. Went away pretty quick. Shadow Hearts for the PlayStation 2 right there.
Oh
Resident
God. I
Evil.
love Shadow Hearts 2. I don't know when the second one came out. I haven't played the first one, but the second one's amazing. It was always really weird to me that you had to collect like nude buff men on trading cards to trade for like the battle outfits for the old man's puppet.
Can you and this is Shadow Hearts 2, Phoenix?
Yeah.
This is for you, buddy. Nude men.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my faves.
That's great.
It's amazing.
Resident Evil Outbreak for the PlayStation 2. Samurai Showdown. That's V, Blabs, for the Neo Geo, or 5.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the two big ones. PlayStation Home.
Boom.
For the PlayStation 3. And Angry Birds
Angry Bird. I forgot that was
So
a thing
I
for so
was-
long.
Actually going to add Angry Birds to the list. I
Mhm.
was. But then I was like, you guys are going to take a dump on it because it's iOS?
No. Incorrect,
But I
because it's
actually
one of the
used
most
to play it.
arguably the most influential, one of the most
Mobile
influential games of all time. No, just games in general. It inspired.
I just can't win. I was like, I'm not gonna do it because they're gonna get mad at me for using a mobile. And if I did, they're like, why did you pick a mobile? You had all these other systems and games to pick from, and you know.
Blabs.
You just can't win. You can't win, Blabs.
No.
Context is everything. Like
Context these nuts, dude. No.
Wow.
I have no interest in contacting
fired.
these nuts. Yeah, it's
I just don't
ridiculous.
believe you, Craigathy. You were
I-
questioning Phoenix about the gay men trading cards, all right?
Nothing in there.
Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that. I appreciate you stepping up to the plate.
Absolutely.
But the big thing, though, is outside of Angry Birds, which is very, very important.
I love the theme song of Angry Birds, I have to say.
Can you sing
I
it?
could not tell
No.
you what it is.
No, so like the London Symphony. Yeah, the London Symphony Orchestra did it, and like they did a whole thing. They did like just giant album in 2012 of all video game music, and that was one of the songs in the album. It's actually really
That's
good
cool.
as an orchestra. Super cool.
So, just to be clear, you didn't, despite liking the music, despite knowing that the London Symphony Orchestra did the theme
Shout out
song for it
OGs.
because it's so iconic, you
Despite
decided.
knowing all these culturally relevant things for why to put it in
Yeah,
the
I
gaming
thought
history
I
of
should
the
put
day.
the Nintendo Double D's in instead because it
Yeah,
flopped.
that's fine. But instead, you decided to put Earth Defense Force.
Yes.
Which is
Yeah,
where-
because
To be fair,
I
Earth
thought
Defense
you guys
Force
would
is
get
kind of
mad.
fun.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I'm just saying from a cultural perspective. And by the way, Eternal Champions, not even on the list. Where is it? Big question mark right there. Where
This is awkward,
is it?
isn't it?
Sure is. You get a double looped question.
And
mark there.
Eternal Champions only found I mean, maybe I'm wrong, Craig. Found a following like later on in like Eternal Champions when it came out was sort of not necessarily a dud, but it just kind of just landed and everyone kind of moved on because it was a little clunky. But later on, it gained kind of a cult following.
Okay. Eternal Champions was built around the idea of being Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat in one game. And yes, you're right. It was incredibly clunky, but it was supposed to be the killer app for the Genesis. It was a Genesis exclusive. It was, yeah, and I don't even think it never really caught on, but it had a huge marketing push behind it. I think one of the selling points was it had like over 100 fatalities or something in it. And they were all kind of dog shit at the time, but at the same time, you were killing people in video games, and that's fucking cool, you know? So just saying, good stuff.
Can we
go
talk
ahead.
about PlayStation Home?
Oh boy, would I love
Yeah.
to talk about PlayStation Home. Yes, please fire away.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot to say. I'll just say real quick, like PlayStation Home was an incredible idea. The PlayStation 3, when it first released, was kind of a sort of a dud due to its pricing and all that other shit. But one idea that they had early on was this PlayStation Home. And I actually always loved the idea. Basic gist of it, if anyone's unfamiliar, is that you'd have an avatar of yourself. And it was an online idea. You could kind of customize your apartment that you got. And you could talk with other people using your avatar, and you'd get to explore all these types of events that they eventually had. It was almost like
It's
Second
like VR
Life.
chat before VR chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this. In retrospect, PlayStation Home was fucking laughed at, but it was just ahead of the game. And while we shit on PlayStation Home as a product, it was pretty forward thinking. I just don't think the internet was ready for it yet, because there are
weird because like it seemed like it was a great idea for people to just hang out, and that's what a lot of people do in current year online.
Yeah. It was a good idea. It was actually pretty well. It was actually executed pretty okay. Here's the initial release trailer for it. But yeah, this is 17 years ago, and you know you can go in and play, do all these things. It was very ambitious, very ambitious. Look at this. This is almost like Fortnite, where you had all these. You see Chun-Li in there. You see the Guitar Hero people, Godfather. Like this is kind of Fortnite-ish in that it's created its own ecosystem.
Or like a Roblox, but not for children.
Yeah, right. It's that's actually a great way to put it. So
I've always wished they brought it back. Like I really always liked that idea. I think it's a really, really fun idea that you can the idea that you can visit your friend's apartment and then play a game together and have that avatar life, I think and it keeps, as from a corporate standpoint, it keeps you engaged in the game, looking at ads, things like that. Like it's kind of a win for everybody. It's a shame it died before it saw its full potential, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't think they could bring it back because again, like now that you have like VR, why would you use something like PlayStation Home when VR is just wholesale more immersive now?
Well, most people don't. The VR market's pretty niche, unfortunately. I'm a big VR.
Maybe
person.
I'm in a bubble then.
Yeah, I'm with you. I happen to love VR.
VR's trash bags. Anyways, Blabs, if I can go back to the Angry Birds conversation, right? I would have been upset if you put, say, Coin Master on the list, right? If you had put this game on, we would have laughed at you. This game this game here does not get laughed at. This game here, you get laughed at. You understand?
Yeah.
Also released for the Macintosh and PC.
Not to be confused with the Rust movie.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. You mentioned EDF 5 right there for the PlayStation. And there we go. There you go. You got your Today in Gaming History right there for you, Blabs. As always, chat, fill us in on what you think Blabs did today on a score of...
Why would you want to transform your farm animals into sexy anime boys? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Which animals? Which one's this?
Farm Love Legend?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Blab, see if you can find a trailer for this. Or,
what the hell is he thinking?
It's not as good as you'd hope, Kirsche. It's not as good.
How did you already look it up?
Oh my.
I play it. I live it every day.
Oh, okay. Are
hold
you
on.
a farm
He is in
animal
the
turned
private
into a
chat,
sexy
Craig.
anime boy?
Correct.
Hold on. What is this? Is a, by the way, if you search this on YouTube, it does not, the things that I'm looking for are not appearing on
Did you
this.
like Google search Farm Love Legend and get like actual women instead?
Oh, hey, by the way,
the ESRB is suggestive themes. Rated
Blabs,
E.
this is what I'm getting here.
What?
It's not found.
I'm looking
Well,
right at it.
apparently it's released today.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is okay on the Switch. Like you can have this game on the Switch. but
Oh,
not...
there's a lot of questionable games on the
There's a lot of
Switch.
big titties.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, did you click pre-order?
No. Should I?
You should.
Oh, it's on sale. Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, this is available, but this is
I'll
like
put
a.
it on my throne.
Of course you will.
Wait, how come this one says transform your animals into anime girls, but on the list it said anime boys?
Good question. These are important questions. Bait and switch, right here.
Maybe there's two of them.
Yeah, sequels.
There is!
Oh my god!
Okay.
Wow.
I'm so excited!
I'm putting both of them on my throne. Yeah, I'll put in the private chat. I'm
Okay.
Yeah, this is happening.
Okay.
Add to wish list.
You've done it. Congratulations. Well, we've learned a little bit more about it, which is just wonderful.
I've done the boy one, and now I want to go do the girl one.
You're an equal opportunist.
I am.
Congratulations. That's great to see. Thank you, Blabs, for that. That's wonderful.
Anytime, man.
All right. I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that Jacob Lice came in with 10 gifted Rumble Premium subs. Let's
I
go.
always said Jacob Lays, like a lay, like you go to Hawaii and they put a lay around your neck. But Jacob
Lay.
Lice, that that makes it sound like nobody wants to get near him.
Hey, well, it's Jacob Lace. Everyone wants to get near him now. Let's go. Jacob, thank you very much for the 10 gifted Rumble Premium subs. Also, Benjamin came in as a brand new member. Thank you, Benjamin. 2,000. I love that. We have Jim Farm. Says hello, all. Kirsche, thanks for that video about the lost city of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh yeah, did you see that? There were a bunch of black people that climbed a mountain in Georgia and all chanted Atlanta is Atlantis, trying to open a hyperdimensional gate to jump from Atlanta to Atlantis, because Atlanta is actually built on top of the lost city of Atlantis, and all of the black people that live there are descendants of Atlanteans. Yeah, it just makes sense.
That's history as I know it.
I mean, What are we even teaching in school if we're not teaching that?
Lies. We're teaching lies, Craig, is the correct answer.
We are. I know. We need to hold the government responsible for their lies.
Well, thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. Bantam came in with 10 YouTube memberships. Let's go. Marty is a brand new member. Hey, if you, Bantam, thank you very much. That's incredibly generous, by the way. That's awesome. And if you guys are gifted any subs or memberships wherever you're watching, make sure you say thanks. Consider paying it forward. Yeah, just like that. Aramis came in with a gifted Rumble Premium as well. Thank you very much, Aramis. And Hero Sword came in with a $100 super chat.
That's
Get that other one.
Big PP.
Yeah, it's a big old flopping around the table. So I was hoping you guys would cover yesterday's Twitter drama over an artist co-opting Freerin as a way to own the racist as the real demons. The same people who kept calling Freerin fascist for labeling demons as inherently evil. I'm sure Kirsche knows these types.
I know.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I do.
I know what that is about.
Thank you, Hero Sword. Appreciate that. Have you seen this story?
Years. So Freerin is an anime. Actually, I'm rewatching it right now because season 2 is out next month. Where basically Freerin goes around and kills demons because they're very, very bad and they try to manipulate you with motions and everything. And she's just like, nah, get fucked. You don't deserve to live at all. So they basically correlate Freerin to being like a fascist or whatever because she's a really big, bad, meanie person. And it's the same shit over and over and over again. Yeah.
Right. Well, can we dig into this a little bit? Maybe
I
we
haven't
can talk.
seen anything about it though. Like I
haven't seen anything either. Like
Yeah.
I've heard from a couple of people that it was happening, but I like haven't seen any tweets myself.
Well,
Yeah,
Hero
I've
Sword.
not seen anything new about this in like a year.
Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. So thank you, Hero Sword. That's awesome. It sounds like you just gave a bunch of content to both of us, which is wonderful. Another name came in, says Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. Let me grab some of these tans real quick. Thank you guys. Ridiculously nice. Anthony says that is just normal Foxu Parkinson's. Talking about your shaking earlier.
Yeah, it's true. And real, the virtual Parkinson's goes hard.
Marmalin says Foxu loves Craigathy and Blabs found some ABDL fun. Thank you, Marmalin.
Jesus Christ.
Tenarian came into the meme. Do we have a meme here, Blabs?
We do, so this is it. Get out of my way, Nintendo.
Yeah, there it is. That's exactly what's going on today. That's excellent. We have Kirsche Samal I Neil from Benjamin.
Kirsche Sama, fake weeb.
Okay, I thought he was talking about like Somali thing. That's what was going on right there.
I know everybody jokes about VTubers being like 600-pound black men, with a voice changer, but not that far, Craigathy.
Listen, I am not a weeb. I am not. That has been well established. I don't know jack shit about anime. I don't know. I love when people throw in like anime terms. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. Ooh. Zach says, I'm a 3D artist. I love what Smash is doing, but the reality is that it is nowhere near as easy as just slapping the big honkers button to make character modders hotter. Not yet, at least. Well, we'll get into the honker talk in just a minute. Crowder and Louder says, you need to put mayonnaise in coffee, right, Blabs?
Ew. We're not doing that again.
Slime, that's a deep cut, by the way. Sly Maverick says, speaking of that London Symphony Orchestra video game album, in that same album, my favorite performance.
I have it on my iTunes. I have a physical album. Yeah.
Next time, just let me finish the sentence before you
Sorry,
spaz
I read faster
out.
than you do.
Well, I can. Just reading for everybody. Well, thank you for that. John says Craig with a high school teacher teaching his kids setup. What today? Right now? What my setup? Do I need to make it look more cool and awesome?
I don't think you look like a teacher, Craig.
Thanks. I teach the internet about video game history every day. John says Blabs gets an A+ for hair today. She's got Bret Hart hair going on. Magnum North says, I was told that people don't understand my super chats. Craig is a fig. Do my super chats make you confused? Magnum, I
Did you know that in order for figs to fruit, a wasp has to enter the inside of the fig and get digested by the fig juices?
Really?
Yeah, I learned that when I told my community about wasp sounding.
I appreciate that you took the time to educate your audience about sticking a wasp in a man's pee hole.
Well, you know, I had to see if people were crazy enough to do it, and the answer was yes. And apparently it's because after they sting you, you know, your penis kind of gets bigger because of the wasp sting. And apparently if it's inside the urethra, freaks like it even more. And so it's kind of like, you know, they're the fig, if you think about it.
Think about that, Blabs.
I'm reading Freer and stuff. Sometimes I tune out Kirsche when she goes on these little tangents. I'm like, save my brain cells.
She just doesn't want to learn anything. She wants to stay behind.
Just like Phoenix.
Yeah, real quick, real fast.
Yes.
If a gentleman lad before coitus, before sex, took a bee and inserted it into his penis, what would be your thoughts during that time? Would you go, oh joy, it's going to get bigger, or would you be kind of disturbed by the whole process?
I would be very disturbed by the whole process because it's like, honey, I appreciate the fact that you want me to feel so good that you would let a wasp sting inside your urethra, but I love you just the way you are. You know, you don't have to do that.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'll stop doing that immediately then. Okay.
Ranger George says, sorry about Bowser. My Shih Tzu this time last year after having him for 15 years. Condolences to your family. Yeah, tough week, man. Tough week.
I'm sorry, Craig.
Yeah, I had to say goodbye to Bowser. He's a good boy. Little Max is trying to figure out what's going on and without his buddy here. So we got to make sure Max is taken care of. Argon of the name says, I don't care what they say. My grandma always told me we were Atlantean. Daniel says, love how every year intelligence continues to spiral down the drain. How those that can't make anything new still think co-opting successful things makes them unique and special. Thank you, Daniel.
It's also tiresome.
Chris P. Chickens is back. Let's go. Says Eternal Champions was sick. Many different fatality type moves, including the Cinekill that played a cutscene showing the kill. I had the game for Genesis and Sega CD. We had 2 copies.
Ooh.
Yeah, Sega CD, much better version of it.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. We also have Am says, will you guys be reacting to the Game Awards? We will. I will not. We'll get into that a little bit later on as to why I'm not as well.
Ooh.
Yes. And Crowder and Louder says, look up long hair dude.
I feel like that's a very generic Google search.
I agree. Like, I feel like there's better things to Google there. Yes. All right. Look, we have dilly-dallied, as we always do when Kirsche's here for long enough.
Dilly-dally.
Listen, it's time to get very, very serious about very important things.
Get locked the fuck in.
Everybody, lock it in! Lock it in! It's time for hard news.
Hard news.
The biggest and most important news of the day in the video game industry has got to be this singular post by Smash JT with nearly 5 million views.
Holy.
Simply asking ChatGPT to make her beautiful.
I'd play the game on the right.
This is the character on the left. This is the character on the right. There it is right there. Alloy is the character. Sold in lots and lots of games. Alloy has now become a regular character in the world of video games. And this is a regular theme with Smash, where he goes in and he just more or less baits people. Please let us know which character, which game you would play, the one on the left or the one on the right. Now, this has drawn all sorts of conversation here, Kirsche, on the internet.com. As we scroll down, you can see, kind of the regular, back and forth we have here. But then we have this right here coming from this guy. Own you, chud.
Man, you're a heckin' chud. That means you can't look at the beautiful women's.
That's right. So we have a lot of this, a lot of people saying incel, things like that, right? So we have this, and then this original post here by Smash JT was co-opted by this person over here. By the way, I think it's important to point out this person, Michael, level 27, 3D environmental artist. By the way, him. Let's make sure we all
mental illness.
Yes, we've established that right here. But he co-opted this. Look what he did here. He actually removed Smash JT.
That's
he took
some
the time.
crazy work.
Like, that is fucking balls crazy. But he took this, screenshotted it, and said, sexualizing a female character in a video game does not make her beautiful. We don't have to sexualize everything for it to be successful.
Shut the fuck up. Even women like looking at pretty women in the video game. Like, what is this? What kind of skeletons does that man have in his closet? Because like the more noticeably I'm a feminist a man is, the brighter his red fucking flag, and the less I trust him.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes, of course.
Specifically for you, Craig, and any of the guys in the chat, would any of you guys object at all to an extremely handsome, buff male character? I can already help you out. No one gives a shit.
No.
None of us would care, and I would totally understand why you would want that. One of the great things
raise
about
my hand for a second, though.
Yeah,
okay. I would love more delicious eye candy in video games. The problem is that, you know, everyone loves playing the pretty men. They're always put in the game for like gay sexuality. There's nothing put in the game for eye candy for like women who like men. And it's increasingly frustrating. And I especially was frustrated when I was trying to get a shirtless Leon mod when I was playing the Resident Evil remake. And almost every single one gave him like additional details that gay men would find attractive. And it was just like, as a straight woman, I don't want it. Like, this isn't hot to me. Can I just have something simple for my vagina while I'm playing this game? You know? So it's like, I don't want to remove every like thing for the gays, right? They can have something, but please, the straight women are drowning. Please give us something.
Well, look, and you're right, Phoenix. The idea that just because you make a woman more attractive look, I don't think anybody, like, legitimately, from a physical perspective, anybody can look at the character on the left and say, yeah, she's just as attractive as the girl on the right. And if you are saying this, like, you got to check yourself, man, because I don't understand how anybody can look, like we have a 6 over here and we have like a solid like 9 and a half.
I just don't understand how we've gotten to a point where people designing video games are like, it's a you problem if you won't play the main character that's unattractive. And it's like, if I'm gonna spend hundreds of hours on your game, I don't want to look like fucking awful, man. You know?
Yeah,
and beauty inspires us to be a better society. It just does. That's why our heroes are typically handsome or beautiful, things like that. Like it's supposed to be a reflection of our best selves that we want to attain ourselves. So I understand why Hollywood films, at least back in the day when they were more normal, would have attractive celebrities and they all had white teeth and all these things. Because when you're looking for escapism, you're also looking for something to inspire you. You want something to see up there and go, I want to be my best version of myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to see more fat, ugly, atrocious people because you see that in everyday life. And that doesn't help you achieve that next step.
Exactly. And like even the games where like you're not a person as the main character, you know, like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, like they're cute. They're cute, fluffy little creatures.
Well, it's been fun to watch the reaction to this because them taking Smash's post and literally editing him out of it, which is just fucking so petty. It
really is.
You can see the responses. The top response comes from Notch, the creator of Minecraft, coming in and ratioing the fuck out of this guy.
I love like the occasional Notch post because he just comes in, like throws his meat on the table and then leaves and everyone gets mad.
Yeah, absolutely. And this guy has over here. This guy was so upset that Notch responded that he came in and he responded, I didn't realize the creator of Minecraft was misogynist, which goes back to the original idea that if you like attractive women, You are now labeled a misogynist.
Fucking breaking news. If you like women, you're a misogynist.
Unbelievable that is the thought process. If you like beautiful things, you are a misogynist and you have issues, man.
Well, call me a woman killer because I'm buying beautiful objects from vintage gays, man.
Listen, we have this as well. The response: get back to your block cave, old man. Over
What
here.
the fuck?
You're an old ass man if you feel this way.
Ageist.
What's that?
Ageist. That's very ageist of them.
I
to say.
agree. I agree. Extremely ageist right there.
It's okay for them to be like racist or sexist or ageist or ableist. It's just not okay for you to do it. You know, they're the righteous person, so anything they do is okay.
The response here from it, like it's amazing to see the overwhelming response to this, where these people, they continue to just double and triple and quadruple down over here, talking about sexualizing female character. We don't need to sexualize everything for it to be successful. Well, it sure would fucking help. It sure would help if you delivered a character that people like to
I'm
look
gonna have
at.
to gather like 17 trillion materials off the overworld map. You can at least let me look at a buff shirtless man for half the time, right? You know?
That's the thing that people don't understand. And Kirsche, if you enjoy, let's just say you have a picture of Destiny, right? And the classic
Why would you
picture,
do this?
the classic picture of Destiny on the beach, right? And he's there, kind of got his non-dad bod going on, or you have fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Like, which one are you playing in your adventure game?
Neither of them, because Arnold Schwarzenegger's body build was also designed for gay men. Women don't like that shit, man.
Blabs, do you like big attractive muscle men?
Yeah, but not really too much.
Yeah, see?
You know?
See, you gotta have like the nice muscles,
They like
not
more
like the
fit.
Mount Olympia
Yeah,
muscles,
I like
you know?
fit. I'm not like on. Like, I actually don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger was attractive. In
And
the
Craig,
first
it's a
place.
pretty simple scale for women. Women, tell me if I'm wrong here, okay? As a gay gentleman myself. So the way this works is that the minute you spend way too much time on yourself, you've now encroached into the female territory. So it's got to be a rugged, masculine, but fit, like you've been out in the
Tom
wilderness and you
Selleck.
can take.
Henry Cavill.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Henry Cavill, I would have thought is a little too, well, maybe a little too pretty.
He's just there,
Okay.
like
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's like Beauty and the Beast, you know, like big
Yes.
buff fantasy man kind of way.
Sure.
he's also quite charming, I find too. So that also
He is
helps.
very charming. Oh my god.
You need a towel.
I do. Yes, I'm wet. Yes.
I already have a towel. Don't worry.
Well, but what we're saying is, women don't want this.
No.
Speak for yourself, Craig.
Oh, sorry, Phoenix. As a woman, that's good. But like, here we go. Look at this. This is actually a great example. Right. We have this right here. Or would you rather have that or this?
That.
Yes, of course. Of course you would.
I
And
mean,
you know
like,
what?
yeah, if I had only the choice between the two, you know, the latter.
Of course. And you know what? Men would much rather be the latter as well, right? So having that in your video game of a guy with a six pack and a chest out and big shoulders and stuff, that is what men aspire to be, right? They want to appear to be physically fit. They want to be strong, not just for themselves, but for their companion, right? They want to be able to take care of who they are. And by getting physically fit and attractive and having big shoulders and chest and abs and all this stuff, that satiates them. Now, with that said, what?
No, I was just saying, yeah, I was agreeing
yeah.
with you, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, you just can't cross that line into being like Mount Olympia man buff, because it's like, it's impressive and it's crazy that they can tone their bodies to that degree. It's just not attractive.
Right. Well, let's continue here because this thread is just silly here. This guy, and he's obviously catering to his audience here. Oh, he's much worse than that. Talking about Notch. Yeah, he sucks.
He's much worse. He made Minecraft.
Right. That's why everyone should be pissed at Notch. But we had this post from Notch in 2017. If you're against the concept of heterosexual Pride Day, you're a complete fucking and deserve to be shot. Ironically enough, in Minecraft.
True. The purveyor of in Minecraft.
Right. So look, this is a pretty standard thing. My 16-year-old son says he's basically
That's some insane work. That's some like my 8-year-old cried because a fascist became president posting.
And then Kirsche, your boyfriend, your soon-to-be husband came in. Asmongold says no one wants to look at an ugly fat bitch. It's not rocket science.
He's correct. Like just objectively.
The story of life is what is in our thumbnail today. Sex sells. It's very simple. This has been the story since the beginning of Dawn, because it goes back to something we talk about all the time. Men have a penis and women have a vagina.
Wow.
And, yeah,
What a
I know.
revelation.
What a brave statement.
I've lost friends over that statement.
I've been doing it all wrong then. Thank you for that education, Craig.
Kirsche, I've literally lost friends over that statement because they apparently have never seen Kindergarten Cop.
It
right?
is literally insane that saying, you know, men have penis, women have vagina is considered a radical position in current year.
Yeah,
Well, none of this surprises me. The whole if you think women are beautiful or sexy, then you're misogynistic. Because look at everything that's been happening in the last, 5-10 years with the whole, men can be women and vice versa. So, like, anyone who's saying, you're misogynistic, they also think that men can be women as well and that they should be elevated and protected more than women. Not surprised. This is how your mind works. This is how you think society is.
You know what's interesting about this post is that people go in and they say, well, you know, this game series, it sold a shit ton of games, right? And they're right. This series has been ridiculously successful. Like, congratulations. They point that out, like, Horizon sold 38 million units worldwide, 40 million units worldwide. Awesome. Could it have sold 45 million?
Oh, absolutely.
Could it have sold 50?
It's like the same thing with China being a capitalist economy held back by communist policy. These people are making games that sometimes feel really good and fun to play, but they're handicapped by like the weird policy that they put in the game for politics by making characters just objectively ugly to look at.
I think what's amazing about this is that you can almost say that Horizon sold 40 million copies in spite of her looking like this. You could say that Horizon could have sold 60 million copies or whatever. Let's just say it sells another million copies. That's $60 million in revenue if you just make the model a little more attractive, right?
Very much so.
It's a big fucking difference.
And I would even say you can find middle ground. Like but he's saying that everything has to be sexualized. Yeah, but also not everything has to be desexualized. Even if you just found a middle ground. Look, I understand why this is supposed to take place in, dark times. Apparently, they're not going to be putting all this makeup and stuff on, but they went out of their way.
You can still make like a
her.
naturally beautiful character, even if they don't have like any makeup or any like weird enhancements or anything that make it look like they just walked out of a Korean cloning factory, But they don't just have to make them ugly, and I don't get it. When that game first came out, I saw a comparison picture comparing Alloy to Nikocado Avocado, and I've never been able to erase that image from my mind.
It's amazing to see, despite how many hours do you think that these guys have actually played Minecraft, right? Like, a lot of these people who have disavowed Notch, they love what he created, right? And it just takes him believing that men are men and that women are women, and or men like attractive women and women like attractive men, for them to get their panties in a twist and for them to just get all butthurt about things and totally disavow them, which is why I can't take any of these people seriously.
Look what they did in Harry Potter. They love Harry Potter. They live, breathe, sleep it, and then they hated J.K. Rowling for it. They have their religion that they follow, and if you don't fall in line, they will axe you out.
You get ousted quickly if you have any sort of change of thought right here. So, anyways, the always moving goalpost. If you're not aligned with them all the time, constantly, you're out of the club. That's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. Anyways, good on Smash. He's gonna make some good X money. Probably make like $12, $13 from that post.
Probably.
It'll be great.
Big payouts.
Good for you, Smash. Congratulations. All right, you guys have a lot to say. Epsilon Sama says the brothers might have Atlantis and Wakanda, but us Pale Bros have Agartha.
How have you never heard of Agartha?
What is Agartha? What is this?
Agartha's like it's like the in-between place, I think. Like, it's not like when you're fully dead, but it's like a
advanced subterranean kingdom said to exist within the earth.
Oh.
I thought it was like an in-between, like life and death, but I might be fucking mixing it up with something else. My bad, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you thinking of like Valhalla or something?
Maybe I was thinking of that. I don't know. No, but Valhalla is like actually when you die.
Okay. Speaking of Smash, he came in and says condolences for Doggo, Craig. Much love, brother. Thanks, Smash. Appreciate you, my dude. And enjoy the. You just paid me out your Twitter money right there. But thank you very much.
He's spreading the wealth from his Twitter payout.
That's right. Speaking of spreading the wealth, Armis came in with the 50. Says yesterday was a very good day for me, so I'm passing it forward. Craig, have fun with your family. Phoenix, hydrate. Kirsche, thank you for all your weirdness and blabs. Hey, have a wonderful weekend, chat. Armis, thank you so much. I did see your post over on X about you having a good day, and I'm very glad that happened, buddy. Thank you very much. Hayden Wayne came in with the $50 super chat. Says, out of the 775 channels I watched this year, Kirsche and Side Scrollers both made my top 5. Let's stink and go!
Hell yeah.
Philip Chan recently some of those more masculine characters into AI to generate an AI prompt, and it came back describing those female characters as men.
Oh my god, that doesn't surprise me. Thanks, AI.
Hey, Hayden, thank you so much. That's incredibly generous, man. Eric says, sometimes I feel like we're in a post-apocalyptic society, rediscovering the wheel. These people are literal tards. Rest in peace, Bowser. Yep. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you, my dude. Yeah. I cannot take them seriously. I cannot. We have this from Y Incarnate. It says, I'd like to add that Alloy in first game was a lot cuter in the second game where someone decided to give her avocado look.
Oh my god. I don't remember which game is which because I never played them. I just remember whichever one came out, when it came out, someone posted a picture of Alloy and Nikocado Avocado next to each other, and I can never unsee it.
It's just one of those things, man. Just one of those things. It's in your brain. We also have Video Gamer coming in with the 1250. Says Kirsch's ultra-based soon-to-be husband, if she doesn't choose the, quote, Mr. Himbo route, is chasing Asmon. Anyways, always great to see the lovely. Always love to see the Foxy on Side Shoulders and dropping truth bombs while being really nice to look at.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Video Gamer. All right, we'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. By the way, there was a gamer. Someone came into the super earlier asking about my gamer card. I did see that before Blabs scrolled it on the bottom. It was Half-Life 2, by the way. So just for those who know, those know. All right, I wanted to get to this real quick, Kirsche. You brought this up in the pre-show, and I wanted to give you a chance to talk about this. There was a lot of controversy coming out of the Streamer Awards where this guy named the Burnt Peanut won the VTuber of the Year. Now, I don't know anything about the Burnt Peanut outside of he won this, and I guess he has a pretty good audience. Do you know anything about the Burnt Peanut?
I knew absolutely nothing about the Burnt Peanut except for he somehow has like crazy audience on both platforms, and I've never heard of him before. So very interesting. Very interesting, because I thought he was only a YouTuber, but apparently he streams on YouTube and Twitch. And like with those numbers combined, he's got like more viewers than Asmon, which is crazy.
Wow.
Pretty insane levels.
Yeah.
And I guess you know the Normie Awards, the streamer LA Click Awards, they had him in the VTuber category, and it's like I don't really care about the LA Click, so I don't really care about their award show. Right. And I think more people should probably take that point of view. But I can also understand why everyone is angry, because it was just kind of like a bunch of normies coming in and shitting on a niche that they don't like and they don't know anything about because they just don't like, you know, oh, those anime freaks kind of thing.
Right. Well, there was even at the Streamer Awards, the intro for the VTuber category was like so condescending.
It was so bad. Yeah, it was really condescending. Like, you could at least act professional when you're presenting the award. I was like more disappointed in the presentation and the way that they treated like VTubers just wholesale rather than just the peanut like winning anything. Because like again, it's just the LA clique of streamers. It doesn't matter.
Well, the intro to it was pretty pathetic, and there's been a lot of. We'll see if we can. I'm trying to find that real quick. I can't quite find that streamer go up there and say, you know, whatever it was that she said. Oh, here we go. I got it right here. This is the intro to the VTuber category here.
Guys, I'm super excited to present this next award. Uwu. The 5 VTubers in this category worked hard at mastering peak kawaii and ada aura farming. Here are the nominees for Best VTuber.
Like she just acts like she doesn't even want to be there. You know, and it's like, if these aren't people that we constantly shit on the medium and not take VTubers seriously in the first place, I would be able to give some grace for like, maybe it's just a sarcastic bit, but I don't think there's any room for that, especially with the response after this happened as well from like pretty much that entire sphere.
Man, even as somebody who, look, I do have a VTuber model now. Thanks, Phoenix, and I am a professional VTuber. We've seen that here, but it doesn't take somebody who's in the space or not in the space to realize that, holy shit, that is extremely disrespectful.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Everybody just I hate that. It's the most annoying thing. Like. Reflection, obviously, on the whole award ceremony. It almost seems like they just threw it to her last second. I'm hoping that that's the situation, because I mean that's extraordinarily disrespectful.
Right. Well, Burnt Peanut had some backlash against Burnt. I don't know if it's a dude or whatever, but we saw this clip over here. It says, following days of backlash, the Burnt Peanut has blamed anger directed towards Iron Mouse as coming from half the VTuber community, describing them as 40-year-old men cosplaying as 15-year-old anime girls. You want to let's check this out.
Hey man, how do you feel about your chat and fan base being nothing but disgusting towards Iron Mouse after she defended you publicly?
No, good sir. No. You see that? That's a VTuber right there. Listen up, man. In a 15-year-old anime 2D VTubing suit. Listen up. Listen real close. It is not my community saying anything bad to Iron Mouse. Maybe here, there, maybe some light comments, but I've heard she's been getting death threats. I've heard people have been saying disgusting things, and let me tell you who that is. That's not the fun-loving bungulator sitting back on his couch watching the stream for a couple hours of work. You know who that is? Take a quick guess. Guess which community that is. Guess which community that is. It's the community that can't handle that she congratulated us for winning. May I repeat? The 40-year-old men cosplaying as 15-year-old anime girls. That's who's doing that. I swear it. I would place every dollar I've ever made on it. That's how confident I am. 1,000%. I'm telling you, they've dug a hole. If people didn't like VTubers before, get ready for a fucking wave, pal. Get ready for a fucking wave. Because that was, honestly, I know it's not all the VTubers, and I kind of feel bad for the good ones. I kind of feel bad for the ones that congratulated us. Because half that fucking community just made them look like shit. I feel bad for the good ones, like Iron Mouse and those. They don't deserve that.
I always get really suspicious of someone when they start using terminology like one of the good ones.
Right. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah.
Right. So the response to this, you sent this over as well. Wonderful. Exactly what we needed to hear at a time like this. He just destroyed any goodwill anyone might have had for him, made Iron Mouse's life worse, and VTubers then congratulated him, and he's indirectly given his community the pass to continue harassment. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up using all of the larger VTubers that did end up congratulating him as point proof that VTubers want to be inclusive. It's just a problem with the VTuber community and the VTuber viewers. And so if we try to do something, we'll eventually get that community to be less toxic, as I feel the direction this is going in. And I think that's incredibly unfortunate that that is probably the way this is going to go. Like, we've seen many other hobbies go in the same exact direction before.
VTubing as a whole, there are big like corporate VTubers, right? Yeah. And then there's the indie VTuber. Do we know what the deal is with this guy, this burnt peanut guy? Is he corporate or is he his own indie thing?
I'm pretty sure he's his own indie thing. I know he's friends with Shroud, but I don't know like what other kind of circles he runs in. Sorry, my eye is very itchy right now.
That's okay.
According to AI Overview, he's an indie VTuber.
Okay. Does anybody? People say he's botted. He bots when he live streams.
I mean, his numbers and his explosive growth are definitely suspicious. But I mean, if he's playing with Shroud and stuff and other like huge FPS streamers, it could be legit. I haven't looked into him, but I've heard the botting allegations as well.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. And how does botting cost a lot of money, doesn't it? Like
I have no idea. I have no idea. But also, I mean, you've seen like Asmongold and XQC and all of them talk about do use view bots and that it's harming like the entire ecosystem of streamers, especially if you're trying to do it legit. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of smaller streamers that are just like, well, you have to bot if you even want to get noticed anywhere. So almost everyone is botting to try and get an edge over everybody else.
Sounds like we need to invest in a bot farm. That's what it sounds like. Well, that's crazy. Well, so is there backlash right now on the burnt peanut, or is this one of those things where it's, we'll see where this goes? I mean, he said he's streaming with Destiny and
no, not Destiny, okay. Shroud.
Oh, Shroud. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Shroud, the FPS dude.
Yeah, he's an FPS streamer.
Okay. I mean, is there blowback on this guy, or is this?
I don't know, because I'm not in like obviously the FPS streaming sphere, but I mean, yeah, there's people in the VTubing community who are angry, and I think that if you've been a VTuber fan, like, yeah, you would be angry at like what you enjoy being made a mockery of, and people, who probably called you weird and pedophile and all these other names for years, coming in and being like, well, we understand your hobby more than you now, and you need to include us. It's just a very weird thing. And so I could understand like showing grace and just like not really commenting too much on the award show in general. Again, it's the LA award show. Nobody really should care about it all that much. But to like be a VTuber and then kind of prostrate yourself to people who hate you and say horrible things about you and your community, which by the way, your community is how you get paid. So maybe you should be a bit better in that regard. But it's just I don't know. You should definitely not try and ingratiate yourself to people who will always hate you, because eventually they're going to use you as a means for furthering their career rather than treating you like a person.
Ironically, Dexerto just posted this 2 minutes ago, the whole burnt peanut controversy. So we're ahead of the game.
We are ahead of the game.
Nice.
I always am. You're welcome.
You damn right you are. We have this from Daniel, says, would love to see him eat his words on betting all his money, calling Iron Mouse a 40-year-old dude. Not going to be holding my breath that he'll say he was kidding on betting his money on his 1,000% certainty.
I mean, if he wanted to like gain favor, right? Even if his audience are the ones like doing all the nasty shit, all he had to do was the same thing Kai Cenat did, where he was like, hey, if there are people harassing her, like, don't do that. And if you're doing that, I don't consider you a part of my community. Like, that's not an okay thing to do. Like, Kai Cenat handled it very, very well when his audience started saying horrible things about VTubers.
Master Gawa says, Cinevere, daughter of the Donkey Slayer and Queen of Booba, can ara way better than any fake award show lady. Thanks, Mr. Gawa. Zant came in and says, even if you give them every benefit of the doubt, picking a guy who only hit off in the past few months as VTuber of the year comes off as a humiliation ritual for the real VTubers involved. It
really did. And I mean, again, Peanut himself is just like, oh, the viewers are all 40-year-old men who cosplaying as, well, not even the viewers, because he said they're cosplaying as anime women, which would be the VTubers. So it's just like, you can make jokes, you know, but if you're in the middle of everybody's kind of angry because a mockery has been made, not even necessarily by him, but by all of the presenters, right? Just be like, if people are harassing Iron Mouse, like I don't condone that shit. Like it's so simple, it's so easy.
Right. Want to get to a couple other stories here before we go. Let's see. We have a lot more time today, guys. Once again, hit the thumbs up, and if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join us wherever you're tuning in. P. Rary 19. Sorry, I butchered that. Says, never mind. Screw this guy. I was okay with him being with him. Now I'm like, screw him. He's probably botted. No, I don't care if that's speculation at this point.
Yeah, I think that's like huge speculation for the botting thing. I have no idea. It's just something that I've heard and seen people say, and it is kind of crazy that he has more viewers than Asmongold.
Benjamin says, Kirsche, show Craig and company your cool as heck new clock.
I'm buying a reproduction clock from some vintage gays, and it is an expensive and beautiful clock.
The best clocks do come from vintage gays.
I know,
Isn't
I love
it
the
a
vintage
grandfather
gays.
clock?
No, it's a
I got
reproduction of I don't remember if it's Danish or Dutch, but it's like a really ornate table clock. Like it's massive and it has like gold detailing on it. It's beautiful. I don't know if I'd be able to find a picture like quickly. There's been a hot anyway.
I got
Perfect.
a porcelain one on my wall.
Clocks are cool, Blabs. Absolutely.
Nice cock.
What? All right.
What?
Awesome. Yeah. All right. We have this next story. Let me just kind of scroll through here. I think it's actually really, really fun to kind of just look at this. Look, we know that Jeff Keighley has his award show. We have our award show, the Real Game Awards, which is great. It's fun. It's coming up in February. We're doing it in February so we can include all the games through 2025. I think that makes the most sense. But it is award show season, and yesterday we saw the award show coming from an outlet that we did not expect. It kind of dropped out of nowhere. And that is GameStop, the biggest video game retailer in the United States. They dropped their first ever GameStop Awards, and it was pre-recorded, and I think it was done pretty great. So they dropped it on YouTube. They dropped it over on X, and hosted by Scott the Woz, which I think was which I thought was a really great pick with Scott's humor. Kirsche, are you familiar with Scott?
The last time I heard Scott the Woz was when I watched a TV show called Code Monkey.
Okay. Well, he has a very large YouTube channel and has done some great things. I've known Scott for a pretty good while. Very straightforward. He's got a bland delivery. Very
nerd aesthetic.
Yeah, very exactly. So they hired him to host the GameStop Awards. And you see, it's 57 minutes long. But they also had different presenters, and one of those presenters being James Rolfe. They brought him in for the Worst Game of the Year award. Yes, they brought in the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I saw that and I was like, seems familiar, because we do have our shitty ass Game of the Year, which I'm sure many people have celebrated the Worst Game of the Year, but it was I thought it was interesting that they brought James in, and they should bring in James.
That's great. Like the GameStop Dark Horse. When did they plan this? How did they keep it so quiet?
It did just kind of come out of nowhere, which is great. And I said this online. I hope that James got paid more than he did with us, because we didn't pay him anything to do it. So I hope that was great. Kirsche, did you see the Game of the Year in 2025?
No, I didn't know any of this happened with GameStop.
Oh, this was a big deal. This is a big deal. The Game of the Year for GameStop in the year 2025 was Halo 3.
Okay, that's funny.
I think it's brilliant. I really do. I appreciate what they did. I appreciate what they have going on, and I love that they did that. Phoenix, your thoughts?
I didn't see the whole thing, but I was extremely impressed by the whole thing. Scott the Woz is a natural, perfect host. especially if you love his humor, which is extremely funny, very deadpan, sometimes David Letterman-esque. I'm a big fan of his. And one of the great things that I really enjoyed about this award show was that they got it as far as it didn't take itself seriously at all. They poked fun of GameStop constantly, which made me kind of almost love GameStop. That's exactly like when people are guarded. I hate that. When you can make fun of yourself, you tend to trust those people more because you have no problem taking a couple of shots because it's all fun and games at the end of the day. And I thought the categories were great. I thought the way the pacing of it was fantastic. I was shocked that this even came out and how GameStop on the first time out doing this nailed it. I was big props to them and whoever made that happen. I was impressed top to bottom.
Look at this. I can confirm now that James got paid the same amount as he did with us.
That's funny.
As it says, this is from the head of digital marketing for GameStop. Thank you to all the creators who volunteered their time to nominate games. No paid placements, no sponsored features. Not every award show can say that. This is implying that they volunteered and they did not get paid. Am I reading that correctly?
No, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, big win for them. Although I don't know if they got Casey Neistat to volunteer his time or whatever. But I thought it was really great to see, and I think that when there's a win, there should be celebrated in the video game space. By the way, Marty, friend of the show, was very excited to see that Halo won or
That's
Halo
really
3 won. That's great, and they retweeted this, by the way, now. So. With GameStop retweeting it, I'm sure GameStop is now a bunch of evil right-wing bigots. So
of course, that's how that happens. It's like a disease.
Right. Love to see the tongue-in-cheek nature of this. Very, very cool. But the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley's award show, is coming up as well. We will not be watching that, or at least I will not be. And we'll get to that why in just a minute. But this from The Verge. The Game Awards are losing their luster.
Yeah. Ooh.
The industry eating itself at this point.
You love to see it.
Yeah, quite possibly very interesting. Destin, also friend of the show, former IGN, former Screw Attack, says for weeks this has basically been the main thing the industry has been talking about. I don't see any indication it's lost its luster. And honestly, it's pretty remarkable that Jeff continues to give everyone in the industry something to gather around. Did you see also that they're charging $1 million to run a trailer at the Game Awards?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they have the viewership for that, but that's crazy.
To put that in perspective, that's actually more per second, I believe, than a Super Bowl ad.
So the Game Awards viewership has seen massive growth, this is according to AI Overview, mind you, hitting a record 154 million global live streams for the 2024 event, up from 118 million in 2023 and 103 in 2022.
Hey, I said it all along, man. Good on Jeff. He stuck his neck out. He went crazy. A 3-minute trailer on, this is courtesy of everyone's favorite video game journalist, Kotaku. Sources tell Kotaku it now cost over $1 million to buy a 3-minute trailer at the Game Awards here.
That's insane.
Yeah, which I thought was really interesting considering we gave one, which was
How dare you?
I'm looking at you, Sulaco. By the way, I would like to spoil something for the Real Game Awards this year. We will 100% be running a trailer for Sulaco again on our show. We're going to promote the fuck out of your game, whether you like it or not.
What the heck?
That's right. I was asked last year, we did a reaction to the Game Awards, and I was asked by several people if we would do one again this year, and I will not. I will not be doing a reaction to that, and it's not because I have any ill will. It's because I'm going to do something better with my time, and that is I'm going to be at my daughter's Christmas play, and that's way more important to me. So, yeah, I look. I've always said family first, and I mean that. Like, I understand that the Game Awards are a big deal, but at the end of the day, my daughter is more important than that. So I'll be watching her sing and do that instead of watching the circle jerk that is the Game Awards. So
I'll probably be watching it because I like getting angry.
Yeah.
I would love to ask a question to the panel and also the chat real quick. Like the Game Award that Keeley does, again, major props to his success and all that other stuff. That's great. I can understand the idea of trying to bring some prestige to this art form. I totally get it. But I've always felt that it kind of misses the mark for gamers. I thought the GameStop thing actually kind of got it, that it's fun, quick, to the point. You have some laughs. You see your award. You move on. Things like that. You're seeing personalities that you like to see. Most gamers like to cut cutscenes. They like to skip them, and I feel like Keeley, it's only cutscenes. Like it's just nothing but fucking cutscene after cutscene. And I'm curious, chat, is that an award that you like, or was it something more akin to kind of what we're doing, what GameStop did, which is more having fun, like the idea of gamers just having fun and just getting to the point, having some laughs, and enjoying ourselves, as opposed to all this pomp and circumstance that Keeley does? I feel like it's missing the mark. Am I alone on that? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, you know my thoughts on it, but go ahead, Kirsche.
I was gonna say, I like seeing some trailers to have an idea of like games that I might be interested in the future. But if they don't show any gameplay and it's all cinematic trailers, then it basically is worthless, because I'm not going to buy a game just based on the cinematics.
Well, I think for me, and this is actually going to be a really big challenge for us this year with the Real Game Awards in February. For us, the challenge is replicating what we did last year in a tight package, because last year's Game Awards, Jeff's show, was like 3 hours long. It just kept going
crazy.
and going and going. And he does that because he sells 3-minute trailers for $1 million, right?
Yeah,
so,
the big problem is like they'll have, a 3-minute trailer and then a 3-minute trailer and then some talking and then a 3-minute trailer and then some guy will come on stage and say something and then a 3-minute trailer and then they'll be like, oh, and the award goes to this game and here's another 3-minute trailer. They like glaze over the actual awards and they give like really limited speeches to the devs of the games. And I think there should be way more focus on that part of it, rather than making it feel like you're there to watch an advertising show with an occasional award given out during it.
Right. Once again, I go back to, we need to find a way. I've told this to Phoenix, we talked about this internally. We're going to try to keep our show between 60 and 90 minutes this year. And doing that in person with an audience, that's going to be really fucking hard. But we're going to, because it's a lot easier when you just pre-record it, slap it together. And that's what you saw with GameStop. But you want to give everything you want to be able to feel out the event as it's happening while still giving everything the credit it's due while still keeping it moving. Right. So we did like last year's show from bell to bell, from intro to outro, was like 36 minutes, but doing it in person is a lot different. So we got some big challenges ahead of us this year. But once again, it goes back to GameStop. Fucking A, man. Great job. Like, congratulations. I know you get shit on all the time, and you get shit on all the time, because guess what? You made fun of yourself, and that's the most important thing you could have done. So congratulations. Great job. We have this. We have lots, actually. The Alien Zombie says GameStop's award for trade-in of the year was a taxidermy bobcat. Also, Also, they stole the Best Buy girl from Best Buy. I did see that as well.
That's so funny.
They nailed it. John says GameStop also won Best Game Store at the GameStop Awards too.
Did they even have any competition?
That was a funny bit. Let me see if I can find that as well, because they went out of their way to they had Mega 64 do it, of all people. Mega 64 has been around for a long ass time. And they had the best game. Here it is right here. The Best Game Store of the Year award coming from Mega 64 here.
Hi, we're Mega 64. And you may have seen us from our famous video Tetris in real life.
And our even more famous video, The Haunted Wii.
We're here to give out the GameStop Award for Best Video Game Store. And the nominees are Panic at the Game Store,
Game Tub,
Fun Buttons, GameStop,
Lester's Game Shack,
and the winner is GameStop. Whoa!
Wow.
Congratulations!
10 years in a row.
Great.
So they've won it 10 years in a row. Congratulations.
Congratulations to GameStop. Wow, 10 years.
That's wonderful. Great to see.
And speaking of 10 years, I don't think you should get hung up on being focused about the Real Game Awards runtime. Because I think if you get too focused on trying to make it as short and efficient as possible, then you'll probably lose out on a lot of what does make award shows actually magic, especially if we're doing it live, right? Like all of the improv, all of the like interactions with people. You don't want to try and like keep yourself in a specific time slot, because if it's entertaining and people are having fun, it's not going to feel like it went on for too long.
That's a great point. Really great point. And I think that's, I would say we're doing an award show that's being streamed, but it's almost the reverse, is that we're streaming an award shows things. I don't quite know, but yeah, I think that's all super valid. And a challenge that we have this year is making sure that people have a great time, you know? And I've said this before. If you come to the Real Game Awards, which once again is going to be a physical event coming up in February, you can still get tickets at therealgameawards.com. If you come in a suit, I'm going to boot your ass out. There is a dress code, and it is not fancy pants. That's it.
Good to know.
What if you wear a Minecraft style suit?
Or is it blocky?
Yeah.
Craig, can you shop in a onesie?
I'm going to boot your ass out.
No Minecraft suit. No.
I'm gonna boot your ass out. That's all I'm gonna do. I will kick. I don't care if you bought a ticket. If you show up in a tuxedo or a tie or a suit of any kind, you don't show up in like t-shirts, jeans, or you're cosplaying. You don't look like you. I'm gonna boot your ass out. I don't even know what you look like. Well, I'm gonna boot your ass out. I'll tell you that right now.
What if you tear off your skin and you show up like that? Because you're still not gonna look like you, but you're also not wearing your birthday suit.
That is exactly the response that I would expect from you, Kirsche.
So hang on, there's like legitimately there's a dress code for this, and we can't.
The dress code is to not have a dress code. Come on,
Got
Brad.
it.
This is easy science.
Okay, well, now I'm debating if I want to do cosplay or not. That'd be fun.
Yeah, cosplay. I want we're gonna have a gold carpet leading up to it. Not a red carpet, but a Real Game Awards gold carpet, and people will be
Does
able
that mean
to
the presenters are gonna wear red on the gold carpet?
They will be wearing whatever they want to wear. So, and we're going to let people cosplay, and we'll have a big step and repeats as they walk in, and they can take pictures in front of it, and they'll do it on the gold carpet, which is great. Which, by the way, horrible idea to have a gold carpet, which means it's going to be stained as fuck, which means we'll probably get 1 year out of it, and I'll have to buy a new one every year.
Fabrics for being a sponsor.
We should definitely get some sort of fabric sponsor. That'd be great. Hayden came in with a $50 super chat. Says, I don't care who wins the awards for the Game Awards. It's all voted on by committee. I do think it's great when Expedition 33 gets recognition, and I like to see them win, but I prefer the fun. Only thing people watch the Game Awards is for the announcement. This is true. This is very true, and we understand that. So when it comes to Jeff, that people want the exclusives. Was says, you probably already know this, but the classic 90s FPS Blood was remastered on consoles for the first time ever this year. It's the most fun I've had gaming in a long time. I don't even know what what game is that? I've never heard of that before. It can't be that classic. I never heard of it, but all right. All right, let's go and keep moving. We'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Thank you in advance for any and all support. Before we do, though, we do have a picture of Kirsche's clock, or soon-to-be clock. Is that right?
Yeah, soon-to-be clock. I have to pick it up. But I was talking about how I went to this vintage gay guy's house over the weekend to get some stuff from them. Was it over the weekend? Over the week? I don't know. Time is an enigma to this fox. But I went to their house and I bought a bunch of stuff because they were selling everything. They were like, oh, we're getting old, we're like preparing for the end, and we have an amazing collection of stuff that we've acquired over the years. And they were right. And like every room in this house was just gorgeous. My mind was blown I expected to spend maybe like an hour wandering around their house, but I was there for like 4. Oh, it was so beautiful. And I did end up buying some stuff. And I was like, I really like this clock. And the clock that they have is apparently a reproduction of a really famous clock. And the reproduction cost about $28,000. And they were like, we're going to sell it for $3,500. And I was like, that's a crazy price drop, but also still really expensive for a clock. And then my community raised the money for the clock in like 20 minutes. So I'm getting this clock apparently.
I'd like to let everybody know that we are also buying a clock. And it also costs $3,500. We have roughly 20 minutes to hit it, guys. Just a heads up. So
I was just like, you guys are insane. What the hell? Thank you. My community goes so freaking hard.
Wait till we tell them that we want to move everybody to Dallas. Holy shit. My goodness. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the clock here. Look at that. Wow. Impressive. That is
it is. I get the table with the clock and the woman statue below the table. They're like, we'll throw that in. You know, why not? I was like, hell yeah.
I want to let you know that unfortunately this woman is too attractive, and you are there's extreme toxic masculinity.
It looks like
coming
what's
from
her
you.
face's name from Ghostbusters, Sigourney Weaver.
I was just about to say that statue is actually an actor from the 1920s, and there were about 500 of those statues made, and she signed every single one of them.
But do you get the Frosty the Snowman?
Hang on, that's not important. So like you actually get one that's signed?
Yeah. There's only 500, and she signed it, and they have one of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see
I don't know who she is, but I guess we'll find out together. A little history trip.
Yeah, like is it signed underneath? You know? Or like,
yeah, it's signed underneath on the bottom.
Okay. I want pictures later. When you get
I do not get the Frosty the Snowman, but I did already buy the table that he's on, and I'm also buying the Torchiere lamp behind it. The Torchiere lamp. Yeah, that is a harmonica.
Does it come with the sale?
No.
Oh.
No, that's their harmonica.
What about this lady?
Yeah, I'm buying those as well. There's 2 of them. There's 2 matching ones.
You're going
and they were
all
salvaged.
out. You're redecorating.
Yeah, they were salvaged from a opera house fire in France, and they're also like early 1900s age.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, good for you. Does it does it dong ding dong? Does it do
it does make chime noises. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Does it play the classic don 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 don?
I have a cuckoo clock.
No, it's not a cuckoo clock.
I said I have one.
Congratulations,
I love these vintage games, and I feel like I'm probably going to buy more from them in the
fancy
future.
clocks. They're pretty.
Tell us about all the clocks that you have, Blabs.
I have a lot. There's one
Show
in
us
my
your
room
clock
right
room.
there. The batteries are out of it though because it was annoying me when I was trying to sleep. That's it. So, yeah.
You're gonna have to give us a tour of the clocks one day. When I was house hunting, I occasionally would bring houses up on stream, and there was one house that had like 400 different clocks in it. It was literally like a Willy Wonka house, but for clocks. It was insane looking.
Look at this.
We need a segment.
Professor
Clock
John
talk.
Wolfman came in with the clock fund. Thank you very much. That's awesome. So did Marvelin. Says towards the side scroller's clock. Kirsche took all the clock money. Oh, damn. Well, good for Kirsche. Fluffy Pro says the Game Awards is too early. Cosmic Invasion came out after nominations, and it's amazing. Right. And that is why we are doing it in February, so we can include every single game that came out in 2025. That's the entire idea behind it. Godzilla's Greaser came in and says, Blood is a 1997 horror-based game with one of the Doom-like engines. You play as a badass gunslinger named Caleb fighting his way through monsters.
It's just like Caleb Hammer in current year.
Yeah, fighting his way through monsters right there. Man, that whole situation's crazy. But by the way, this is footage of the remake here of Blood, which I see why you like it. It looks pretty fun. Let's see. Here's a little bit. Looks very Doomish, which I don't know how I missed this one, but pretty fun, I guess. So, Blood. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We can move away from clock talk for a second.
I love clock talk. I'm so excited about everything in those guys' house. It's beautiful. The vintage gays, they also had Trump paraphernalia. They were big gays for Trump.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get to this video here. I saw this video and I wanted to share with you particularly, Kirsche, because this guy is very aware of things. Some people would say it's called red pilled. Some people would say it's called black pilled, some sort of pill, but he's just calling it aware of things. And I would love to hear your perspective on this young man's thoughts on being aware of things, because you're one of the most aware people I know. You're aware of all the stuff.
I'm so aware. I have the survival skills of a plant, though.
Well, I think that's where this guy's kind of going with this. Let's see what's going on with this here. Let's see what he has to say.
I swear to you, awareness is a curse. Once you become conscious about things, you can't enjoy the simple parts of life anymore. You go to sit down and watch a movie with some friends, and within minutes, you're analyzing the manipulation tactics, the propaganda. You know, you go to a party, and instead of enjoying the moment, you're analyzing all of the social performances, the masks, like the facades that people are putting on. You just can't enjoy things anymore because you see right through them. Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. Your brain will just hyper-analyze every situation, which inevitably leads to more suffering. Like, I can't have a conversation with you because I just see how there's a desperate need for validation. And I don't want to entertain that, you know? And it's not that like I'm superior. It's just I can no longer relate. I can't act like this absurdity is normal anymore. I swear to you.
I think that's a little too aware. I think he bypassed aware and went to paranoid. Because like if he was talking about just media, like watching shows and movies, yeah, I can 100% agree with him. Like you can't after you notice things that are going on, like you can't just stop noticing. Unless you turn off your brain like manually by getting high or something, right? So you watch like a TV show and you immediately start noticing all of these things and you're not myself anymore watching your fucking slopper. I'm sorry. But like when you start applying that to like every individual in real life, I think that crosses over into you're just paranoid now, bro.
Phoenix, you were going to say?
That just really came across as pot talk. That really was. He's going through his own matrix at the moment. That's kind of it.
Okay. Do you think that I think that there are people who have taken that step to where they're constantly looking around, they got their shifty eyes at everything, and they're looking too much into certain things.
All I'm saying is I would not be surprised if this guy also had videos about gang stalking, you know?
What is gang stalking?
Gang stalking is a phenomenon where people are incredibly paranoid and they think that for some reason they are so special that there are secret hidden societies that are constantly spying on them and stalking them and documenting their every move.
Is it true?
Yes.
I mean, I hope not. The government already employs the birds. I don't need to be thinking trees aren't real, too.
My goodness. Are birds, do you think birds are real?
Birds are not real.
Oh, yeah?
But Alfred Hitchcock showed us that movie. Birds are not real.
No, so hold on. So you're saying no bird is real?
No bird. No bird
Okay.
is real. Have you seen Cassowaries, man? I'm going to pet that shit.
Okay, I love it.
They're just government spy devices. That's what I say.
It's so good. So good. All right. I love this conversation. I love this fucking show. It's the best. All right, let's go and move on to talk. And thank you for letting us know that kid is fucking crazy right here. Maybe. All right. I saw
I'm sure
this
you needed me to tell you that.
Well, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it, but that's good. Let's talk about hoes, Kirsche.
I love hoes.
Don't we all, huh? Right, Blabs?
Why are you asking me?
I said, don't we all?
I don't
know,
think
you just seem like you'd have a
hoes.
pimp
They're a bit
costume,
annoying
Blabs.
to society, you know?
No. Okay. Well, I saw this from Yellow Flash. He says, HoeFlation is getting wild out there, y'all. And this is a quote tweet in response to this post here. Now, this is the standards for these women moving ahead. And that's what we're looking at here. And I think before we get into some of these women's standards for themselves, or specifically for men in particular, have you found, Kirsche, that women's standards for men are too high in the year 2025?
I think that it was like when I found out that the whole he's got to be 6 feet, make 6 figures. There's another 6 in there. I can't remember what it is, but when I found out that that was apparently like a thing, I was like, that's crazy. Why would you care that much about like height? And you don't need like 6 figures in order to be happy. I mean, maybe now you do because prices are fucking insane, and now like $100,000 is lower middle class instead of being an astronomical amount of money. But like, I don't know. It just seems really weird. It just seems really weird that instead of focusing on the person and the personality less than their like individual aspects, I don't know, it just seems like nobody really actually cares. They just want something that they can flaunt on social media.
Well, let's check out this lady. She's the founder and CEO of a company I've never heard of before, but let's see if her standards are unrealistic. She wants an IQ of 130. She wants somebody who is dark triad light.
Why? And also, if they're dark triad, you can't pick like how dark triad-y they are.
Feminist adjacent.
Oh, she just wants a rapist then. Okay.
Between 6'1" and 6'3", has a beard, likes all of the tweets, goes to therapy, does everything I want, cooks, cleans, love plants, eats meat.
This is a troll. There's no way this person's serious.
Maybe has a dog, takes care of me regularly, buys me thoughtful things, has guy friends, no girlfriends though. No girlfriends. Can solve the quadratic equation.
This is a troll. This person's not serious. This is we're falling for it right now.
Maybe.
Can I see the picture of her again, please?
Absolutely.
Okay, there it is. So first of all, a wet bucket of shit is she shouldn't even be able to date that. This is a hideous fucking creature. Damn. Hideous. 1 out of 10, I'd give her maybe a 0.5. So she deserves maybe a bowel movement. And aside from that, she's asking for way too fucking much. And I know that I'm right, chat. Let me know.
Tell us how you really feel, dude.
I can. Here we go.
So I think satirical, which is fine.
I'm pretty retarded, but there's no way that's not satirical. She put the quadratic equation in there, man. Come on.
My point still stands.
But I do think it's important that while this may be satirical, she quote tweeted this person who says, "Here are my standards. Goes to the gym 7 days a week, respects the parents, no beer, no alcohol, no Twitter, no video games." By the way, posting this on Twitter, no video games, owns 2 houses.
What the fuck?
Does everything I want, pays for everything, cooks, cleans, buys me gifts regularly, knows how to cut wood.
Is doing the thing once a year max? Is that implying like only have sex once a year?
I think.
Cause like, baby, if he going to the gym 7 days a week, you're only fucking him once a year. He's fucking other people. Like, there ain't no way.
All right. So the other, this lady was a bucket of shit. All right. Yeah.
Whether farcical or not. Yeah.
Okay. And what about this lady here, Phoenix? Would you buy 2 houses to screw this lady?
No, because you can tell that the makeup is hiding something underneath, which is hideous. But at least we're on the right track. My point out of this is that, look, I understand that some women want their men to be, just as men want the super attractive, super busty, etc. They're going to look at the physical. The women want protection, nested, having a good home, etc. I totally understand that. So at least if you're working on yourself to fit the man's needs, then I have an easier time allowing you to be this narcissistic in what you require from your man. So if that kind of makes sense, at least she's putting in some effort to do that, even though she's maybe a 6 at best.
But this lady also quote tweeted somebody else. So let's see what you think of this person. This is a regular thing. By the way, I went through and I actually had Grok crunch the numbers on the likelihood of that lady finding the person that she's looking for, right? With all of these standards here, this idea of going to the gym 7 days a week and all these various things here. So the likelihood of this lady finding this person is 0.0000091%.
Holy shit.
There it is. That's right. Expected matches, basically 0. So that's what we found right there with that. But
that's pretty insane. Why do you need 2 fucking houses?
Well, she only wants one fucking house. once a year.
Jesus, I could not. If I had to only have sex once a year, I would not last in that relationship, man. That'd be a murder-suicide pretty fucking quick.
Well, let's check out this other lady and her standards. This HoeFlation thing is the standards are crazy. Here we go. This is Lily's standards. Looks like hers are a little bit lower. She just wants hair.
That's true. Baldlets, when will they learn?
Just grow some hair, which we may have some good news for everybody on that front, by the way. 6 foot tall. We don't have good news for that, by the way. Actually funny, extremely subjective. Invest in crypto. Has a credit score. Weird. Yeah, kind of weird. Pays for everything and sex once a week.
Once a week is still kind of low. I'm going to be real with you.
These are, I don't know. I mean, Phoenix, this young lady here, she's a crypto queen. She's in Las Vegas. She wants to screw at least once a week.
Yeah, her terms are a lot more doable. And like, again, I'm okay with a woman wanting the same thing that men want, just in a different way. Like, I really am. If you want your man to be rich, I get it. In the same way that a man might want a super busty woman. We want two different things. Women want nesting, and men want youth and the ability to create children and things like that. We're looking for a great mother that's healthy, which is why we look at the female form, and we want them typically looking healthy. A woman wants security and nesting, so they're going to want someone that's rich. I'm okay with that. At least just make the effort on you to match that. That's all I'm kind of saying.
It's also just like, I can understand nesting and wanting, to be provided for and having a man as a provider and taking care of you and the family. But you don't need like $1 million a year salary for that. You could just find like what would make us live a comfortable life,
Well, you may be asking yourself, what is the likelihood of this young lady getting her man? And it's considerably better than the other one, but it's still very, very low, as Grok estimates it at 0.053% right here. So that is the likelihood of the 35 million eligible dudes, 18,600 potential matches nationwide. So
that's still pretty small. That's scary.
Yeah. So there we go. Are women's standards too high? Blabs, what are your thoughts on this? Are women's standards too high?
I think we're blanket statements here. So we're just saying overall, right? And I don't think that's true. I think it's just the ones that you see on social media that have millions and millions of impressions.
I agree.
Those are the ones that are too
Blabs. Because it's like that super chat said a second ago, like, if you're married, hang on to what you have. The gender war trenches are not for the faint of heart. It's pretty fucking rough out there for anyone trying to date. And it's not just like, well, women's standards are too high, or like men aren't dating anymore kind of thing. Like everyone is having issues finding an actual relationship, because a lot of people they don't want to put the time in. They don't want to put the effort in at the first sign of like an argument or something that they don't like. They're just like, fuck it, I'm out. Nobody wants to compromise or try and like work together to make things work out anymore. And again, to be fair, if everything is treated like a commodity, if hookup culture has been so embedded for ages where you can just go and fuck and go home and never have to think about the person again, a lot of people have become commodified to like, why should I put effort into someone else? Why would I care? Why build up a relationship with one person and have to spend time thinking about and caring about them when I can just go and fuck and then come home and do whatever what I want, It's also probably why there's a rise of like, polycule type shit, because why be monogamous? Why tie yourself to one thing when you have all of these choices, right? And there's a lot of people who are just like, well, I'm anxious about choices, but why should I even have a choice? Let's just get everybody involved. And so the commodification of just emotions and intimacy in general, I think, has been very, very dire, and I hate it.
I'm lucky I'm not in the pool. I have no interest in being in the pool. When it comes to dating, I couldn't do it today's society. I feel like I lucked out in a major way. It'd be too difficult. I would give up. I would fucking give up. Oh man. All right. We'll get to your super chats here in a second. John says, You do all this just for the most mediocre head game possible. Great deal.
I find you a woman who will take the throat numbing spray for you because your unit's too big for her mouth. What? That's the kind of care that you would want, right?
I don't think anybody disagrees with what you're saying. I mean, I think we're all just kind of realizing that you said it so eloquently.
Thank you. I have a way with words sometimes. It's the Boston in me.
You do. You really nailed that there. Find the woman who has the throat spray, the numbing throat spray.
Who's willing to use it for you, okay? That's love right there.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone that stings their dick. It's a great combo. Someone who carries bees, stings their dick hole, and the other one that just has mouth spray. That's a couple I want to hang out with. Yeah.
My goodness. Game Hunter says my 6'1" Italian cousin dated crazy Italians. My lesbian ex-girlfriend knows I finished the script for a Valkyrie JRPG. She has no idea I'm making fun of Asmongold making the Asmongold Kirsche JRPG. I need to draw the artwork soon.
That's so exciting. Please make more games of me and my husband. He doesn't know he's my husband, but you know.
Marius says, okay, fine. I'll ask the question everybody wants to know the answer to. Kirsche, what is on your list?
I don't really have a huge list. I just want a guy that's not going to lie to me or cheat on me. And, you know, having hair is nice. I like playing with hair. I'm a fan of hairy guys in general. So, you know, that'd be great. I don't need it, but I like it. See, I can't even make a list of, like, requirements. I'd like hair, you know, but I don't know if it's required, but I'd like it.
As you were saying how you like hairy men, I looked at Blabs and she was like, yeah.
Actually, no, I don't mind hairy men at all. Like,
I was gonna say, like, it's if I have my head on your chest and you got some chest hair, you know, when I drool on you, it's not gonna feel as weird. I like rubbing fuzzy tummy. Fuzzy tummies are great.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I don't think you should ever refer to a man as having a fuzzy tummy. I feel like that's
But why? You know, I
Disagree.
jump in bed and then I like pinch his man tit and he goes, "Wah!" And then I can go down and like squeeze his tummy and be like, "It's my tummy." They love that.
All of them do. Yes.
Every single one of them. Yes, absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Rise Stream says Kirsche really knows how to use her mouth for words.
It's my special talent. My throat.
Shady Duck says the 6 foot stat alone is only 14.5% of the U.S. population, and yet it's such a standard that these women demand. The U.S. is one of the only countries where women demand men be 6 foot plus.
I really don't get the caring about height. Like, sure, would it be nice if the guy is taller than me? Yeah, that'd be nice, but does it really matter? No, if I like the dude.
Could you date someone smaller than you?
I already have. I dated a guy that
really?
was 5'5" before, and I'm 5'7",
okay.
and I've dated a guy that was also 5'7", so same height.
Touche.
Everyone's taller than me, so I never have this problem.
We have this from Foxish says, yeah, but it was worth it getting out of Plato's cave. Thank you.
On a side note, Aramis gifted me both of those Nintendo games.
Damn it, Aramis. All right, Master MK says, "Sup, Kirsche and Side Scrollers. What's going on? Good to see ya." All right, one last story here before we go. Kirsche, did you hear the news?
I don't know. Maybe did I?
Jingle Bells is racist.
I did. I gave you that news.
I know, which is why we're talking about it. Jingle bells, jingle all the way is racist, claims a video shared by Joy Reid.
Way to be a white supremacist singing the new KKK national anthem, Jingle Bells.
Okay, apparently, she's saying Jingle Bells was written to, quote, make fun of black people. In the video shared to 1.3 million Instagram followers, a man in a Christmas sweater and Santa hat stands on the street of Massachusetts near a plaque mark the sites where James Lord Pierpont is believed to have penned the song in 1850. He takes off the hat disapprovingly and scowls at the plaque. The video caption reading, "This is where a racist Confederate soldier wrote Jingle Bells to make fun of black people."
What the fuck?
And has its origins in bigoted minstrel shows that were popular at the time. By the way, this is the video here, right here. As look at how young this kid is here, this young man. It's really, honestly, kind of sad to see how broken these people are here.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So we have that, and it continues, says the video captions to the point, the claim Pierpont, whose nephew grew up to be legendary financier J.P. Morgan. Wow. Did you know J.P. Morgan is tied to Jingle Bells?
I did not. That's kind of crazy.
Wow. Was hard up for cash when he composed the one-horse open sleigh and did so expressingly for use in performances in which white actors put on blackface to mock caricature black people trying to participate in winter activities. It alleged the lyrics, quote, "laughing all the way" in the song likely is a reference to a racist comedic routine of the day known as the Laughing Darky.
What do you think these people would do if they couldn't pretend to be victims anymore?
Man, what a great question. And I feel like we're kind of at that point to where society's like, yo, dog, just chill the fuck out. We don't want to hear this shit anymore. And then you have somebody like,
so tired.
Right. Then you have somebody like Caleb Hammer who just says, hey, why don't you just save some money? And they're like, fuck you, racist.
I'm just waiting because Caleb Hammer, he put out a video a couple of weeks ago and he just has like 4 letters of the N-word in the thumbnail. I'm like, I don't know how he got away with that, but I'm waiting for people to notice it because I just want to see. I got my popcorn ready.
Well, this story continues from the New York Post. Says Pierpont patented the song in 1859 and changed the name to the familiar Jingle Bells before the start of the Civil War, at which point the video claims he, quote, abandoned his army and wrote Southern fight songs to rouse men defending slavery.
What the fuck?
Golly. She wasn't the first to besmirch the most popular Christmas song in the U.S. Council Rock Primary School in upstate New York drew the ire from its residents when it banned Jingle Bells from being sung at the school's annual holiday concert due to its alleged ties to blackface and minstrelsy.
This is ridiculous. This is the craziest thing I've heard yet. Holy shit. How are you going to go and be offended by Christmas songs? What in the hell? This is par for the course, because didn't they get mad at, like, Baby It's Cold Outside, too?
Yes, they did. They said it was misogynistic.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
These people do not know what happiness and whimsy are, and it is... How do you live like that, man?
I don't know. I think if you just want to walk around all day looking to be upset at something, that's how you get Joy Reid. Right? Where you're just constantly upset. We're over here laughing at all the silliness, but we're not actively going out looking for this stuff. And to see like young men, a guy's a young man, probably 18, 19, 17 years old, something like that, just going around and buying into the insanity. That is how you get these hard divides where people are just so stuck on this ideology.
People are going to repeat this forever. Do you know who Matt Von Swole is on Twitter?
Yes.
I've seen his account a lot recently, and a couple of weeks ago he posted that, like, he just then, a couple of weeks ago, learned that, like, hands up, don't shoot wasn't real. Like, he thought that was a real thing, and it always had been asserted, like, in the media by tons of people, so why would you assume that didn't happen if everybody is saying it did? And so it's like all of these instances of trying to change and recorrect things for modern sensibilities. There's going to be tons of people, and I've warned about this with Bridge as well, with all of the changing of IPs and the remakes putting policy and politics in them. It doesn't matter if you know the originals. It doesn't matter if you personally held on to the originals to show your children. Everyone around them are going to believe the false narratives being pushed forward because that's just what everyone is saying. And that's kind of just how society works, unfortunately. Craig is muted.
Mute.
Allow me to just play counterpoint to this. If they're saying Jingle Bells is racist, and what's the word? And I'm not asking you to say it, but the N word, right?
Yeah.
The N word is, it's like, oh, they call it around this Civil War. This is what they called black people, right? Okay. But what you heard was, hey, black people said, we have co-opted that. We've made it our own, and we are using it to demean the original word or whatever, right? We're making it our own, right? Couldn't you just say the exact same thing when it comes to fucking Jingle Bells, even if it was steeped in racism or whatever?
It's been reclaimed,
Right. You say, look, it's been 150, 170 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about fucking Christmas, you dumbasses.
Well, it's like little girls playing Ring Around the Rosie. That was about the Great Plague.
Yeah.
You're talking about the ashes of bodies and when they would burn them. I mean, it's just like none of this matters. If anyone listens to Jingle Bells, no one would even know what the hell they were talking about. They think it's just a Christmas song. In the same way that Christmas is no longer even what Christmas was supposed to be about. I think this is all just ridiculous. These are just mentally ill people trying to blunt force their way into relevancy and power is basically all this is.
And I mean, it's worked for a long time. So like, why stop pretending to be a victim? Why stop making shit up when you know it's going to get you attention? There might be some negative attention, but you're going to get a lot more positive attention from doing this shit. And it's sad. We need to stop wholesale rewarding this kind of behavior.
Let's just
how
say,
do we do that? Because like recently there was that guy that got stabbed and like defended himself. But after he got stabbed, he said the N-word, and so now like he's in trouble. And I don't remember if he's getting charged more than the person who stabbed him or not. I'd have to go find the tweets, but I have that pulled up somewhere for my own stream.
Well, let's just say this: even if Jingle Bells gets canceled, we'll always have the Batman smells aspect of it as well. We can all. What if we just switched over to that, and that's what we sang instead of, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle All the Way. We did the Batman version. Blabs, do you know the Batman version of Jingle Bells?
Yeah. Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, whatever it was.
The Batmobile lost its wheel and the Joker got away. Hey.
Yeah.
That's right. It's good. So we always have that, and that's the most important thing. So way to go, Joy Reed. You made yourself look like a fucking asshat again. Congratulations. All right. Wine Carnate says, imagine being buck broken by Christmas Carol.
Imagine. Soft, fragile.
Wine Carnate, thank you very much. Game Hunter says, my Italian cousin knows the intro of those games. I'm still writing the Vampire Asmongold and Werewolf Asmongold strip. You can't have Asmongold without his VTuber daughter, Cassie. Love accuracy. Thank you very much. Or lore accuracy. Thank you, Game Hunter Serious. Kirsche, do we have you for a little bit longer, or do you need to go?
I could stay a little bit longer. What's up?
I wanted to get to one last. Oh, Blabs, you moved it.
I thought you were done. I put it in tomorrow's run sheet. What did you want?
Let me get it. Hold on. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just started coughing. I don't know. I'm trying to drink. I'm sorry.
What is the topic you are looking for?
I want to get to the story about the because since we have Kirsche, I want to talk about the streamer rankings.
Oh,
that was
okay.
released. So while you pull it up, Labs, I will.
Well, she's grabbing that. This Risk Streams in chat though said the guy who stabbed the guy was let off because the victim said the N-word after being stabbed. That's how that went. Thank you for the refresher. Without my tabs, I am nothing.
Double Hawk says it must be exhausting spending all your time trying to find things to be offended about. Leftists need a better hobby.
Actually insane.
Andrew says you can't talk about Jingle Bells. That's our song. Troll came in and says they can have Jingle Bells. Honestly, I might pretend it's true just so I don't have to hear it anymore.
You didn't have that in the run sheet, by the way.
Yeah, I did. It was towards the top.
It's not there.
I had an entire thing about it. But I guess it's not there. Did you delete my stories, Blabs?
I moved it, but you don't have a topic about that.
Okay. Well, let me.
Dreaming about the show, Craig. I do that all the time.
No, I need to find it. Hold on. Stop deleting my stuff.
I didn't delete it. I moved it, and you don't have it.
All right.
I will hit super chats while you find your work.
I already found it.
For 10 says play Blood refresh supply now. It's just to warn you the medium difficulty is harder than classic Shadow Warrior's hardest difficulty.
Bentley guy says, note to self, Kirsche and Captain Hook can't be friends. Hashtag Montez.
Oh my god.
Rock out with your clock out.
True.
Yeah. Sidescroll's giving us cheat sheet through the Kirsche husband audition. Happy Foxy Thursday, y'all. Has Kirsche had a chance to show Craig photos of her upcoming cool clock? Oops, I mean cool clock.
Cool clock, Ahmed. There's this Christmas song. Do you think we could trade Jingle Bells for this? Like, they can have Jingle Bells. They can say it's racist. And we just start playing this song at all of the department stores instead.
Which song is that?
I posted it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me see it real quick. Let's pull that up.
Daniel says, how Foxy got the clock story's best story. So quick and sweet.
I like it quick and sweet.
Exec for 1670 says, Kirsche, for more straight woman character mods, think we'd unironically want more straight women interested in making mods over eternally horny straight dudes. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like how there's more straight women horny fiction.
Let's hear the song. I can't hear it. Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
I can't hear it.
No.
Okay. All right, let's try again. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, let's try the Christmas song. All right.
Brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. They don't understand the things I want for Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. They don't understand the things I want for Christmas.
Are we going to get flagged for this?
I know it's an AI song.
Oh, it's an AI song? Okay.
Yes, AI.
Okay.
Oh my brother Charlie, brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Oh my brother Charlie, brother, Merry Christmas. She wanna sing to Japan, I put the bow in the bands. Brother, Merry Christmas. She done for the kids, she got the draw in her hands. Brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Oh my brother Charlie, brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Brother, Merry Christmas. Oh my brother Charlie, brother, Merry Christmas.
I got to be honest. I kind of would like to see that played at my my daughter's Christmas festival.
Absolutely, man. That's great. That's great.
All right.
I put the original YouTube video down there. I don't know who the AI artist man's is, but I figured I'd put the link to it anyway.
That's great. All right. Kirsche, I do have some bad news for you, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's rough. You, my dear, are not one of the top 10 channels in the USA by watch hours in the year 2025.
I'm so shocked.
It's rough. I'm sorry. But maybe next year we can work towards that. But this information was put out by Stream Charts. That the top 10 include some familiar faces. Queso. Somehow Lacey is in here. I think that's whatever. But the top 3 include Hassan, Asmongold, and Kai Sinat.
I recognize most of these. I recognize Kai, Asmon, Hassan, Queso, Summit 1G.
Yeah, these are.
I recognize the name Stable Ronaldo. I've never seen the Pontiac person or Jinxie. I don't know those people.
I mean, you look at this list here, and Kai more or less dominated against everybody. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Almost doubling up on second. Well, he did double up third place here, or fourth place. But I mean, you do this. This is pretty freaking impressive. But right here, we have Asmongold here in second place. And we have Hassan in third place. And wouldn't you know it, everyone's favorite fry slinger came out of the corner of her blue sky bubble.
Oh.
Melissa Mercante.
Oh, boy.
Saying Asmongold second from the top should worry people if you paid attention to his content over the last several years.
Oh, my God.
Asmongold
is not far right, bro.
Oh, he's so far gone. So far. It's ridiculous. But let's continue here because you notice, by the way, locked.
Of course.
Social media platforms have helped prop up far-right reactionaries even more since Trump's third campaign. Fascist ideology creeps in all corners. streamed directly into the eyes of impressionable young male viewers. So there we are.
That reads as like, oh no, we're losing power. Men might actually stand up for themselves again. We have to do something about it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say she's writing a book?
Yes. And by the way,
that's the important part here.
Yes.
By the way.
Anyways, I'm writing a book about reactionary content creators and rage bait. So hope everyone interacting reads it. Yeah, right.
There you go.
Christ, who is gonna pay her for a book?
Well,
cunt. Sorry.
And we just got flagged. That's good.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Can't use the flag word. I don't know if it still is.
Yes. Can't say that on the internet.com.
Sorry.
That's okay. Anyways, so we saw this, and I mean, the reaction to this is pretty amazing. As you would expect, she's locked all this off. But pointed out by Trigger Point over on X that the literal
I know that guy.
The terrorist sympathizer at 3 is no problem, though. You know.
It's okay. It's okay if you call, for the death of politicians and for the streets to run red with the blood of conservatives, but it's Asmongold's the problem.
Yes, I saw a post on this which has since been deleted by Blabs, which really is upsetting to me that I had to
I
find
didn't
it.
delete it because it's not even in the other document, Craig.
It was in the doc.
You delete it when you move stuff around in the document this morning.
I did not. Anyways, regardless, the point is that the verbiage that this lady is using here is dangerous. I feel like we've seen this before. This idea of, reactionaries, these phrases that are, honestly, they lead to violence.
They do, and she's framing it as, and I mean, Asmon's probably used to this, because he's had people, shouting about him being a Nazi and a fascist even before they started calling me that. And one of the things he said in defending me was like, they go after someone like her because they can't do anything to me. And it's like trying to paint him as like, this is a person that's okay to dehumanize. This is a person that it's okay to do violent things towards. This is a person that basically isn't even a person and you should do something about it.
This idea of, hey, this should worry you guys. Fascist, reactionary, impressionable young males.
Yeah.
That's how people die. We know that because people died because of this type of terminology that's being used.
And I mean, I know Asmongold lives like the super frugal hermit lifestyle. Sorry, but I really hope that after seeing the stuff that's happened this year, even to someone like Tim Pool, after seeing the amount of violence kicked up and the amount of people who go after him constantly, even if they can't do any damage to him financially or reputation-wise, I hope he has like security systems and a way to defend himself, because like I worry for people that get marked like this by the leftist mob, because you can have all of the like insulation from cancel culture in the world, but that's not going to stop some crazy insane person from doing something in the real world, right? Like you had that crazy person threatening to like bomb a GamerSupps booth because they had weird notions about me. And it's like that is insane that they have escalated to that point in real life. I worry that, you have somebody who's as extreme as she is, saying things about, Asmongold. And I think you're right. The idea is, hey, I'm just saying this stuff. I'm just saying, hey, you should be worried about these things. But it just takes one. It just takes one fucking Looney Tune to take it to the extreme, to go to the house, to find him, to dox him, for this to end badly. And there's plenty of just those ones out there. That's the thing that people don't want to talk about. Like, they mock us for reusing Sam Hyde's quote, like the, when we win, don't forget these people, they want you broke, dead, and your kids raped and brainwashed, and they think it's funny. Like, they'll turn around and they'll say the same thing. They're just like, oh, these people are trying to make themselves into the victims. They're trying to overblow a situation. Like, they're quoting someone who's a white supremacist, which I don't know why they think Sam Hyde is. Maybe. I've never heard him say anything like that, right? And I worked with like the fish tank people, and they were great. It was wonderful. And like they'll like try to say the same thing about us, but it's like, no, we're saying this defensively because we don't want you to attack us. And we shouldn't forget the amount of damage and vitriol levied at us when all of you come back and like it's time for forgiveness, like what happened after COVID. Like, no, absolutely not.
Right. Phoenix, I bet you have something to say about this.
It's all so exhausting. Look, what I'll say is that what all these name calling, right wing, this, all that, I see that's really, I don't see this side, the Alyssa side, ever having to worry about security. They don't seem to ever have to worry about what they say. I see bullets usually heading in one direction and usually from one particular ideology on one side.
Yeah.
I wish everyone would kind of cool it down a little bit, but I'm also no longer going to apologize. Like, listen, you want to say whatever you want. You want to keep calling people white supremacists, fine, whatever. But I'm not. That said, I'm still not seeing even that group firing weapons to the other side. So, like, this is all ridiculous. And I really wish they would just cool it down and let everyone start to get back to the gray instead of this black and white division, you know?
That's kind of like a tweet that I made yesterday from like a representative video that I watched. Let me put that in the chat. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like the same people calling me a white supremacist will call Sam Hyde one. And it's like, well, I know I'm not one. So like, why would I believe you when you say he's one? Like, this is the same exact tactic where like you try to get us to disavow random people with no proof. And you just want to mark them as an acceptable target to ruin their life.
I think I saw this lady here. All right, let's see what she had to say.
I'm going to be honest. I don't feel good about being white every day for a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege that I get to move through the world in a way that so many of my other colleagues and friends and family members of the community don't get the privilege to do. And I'm just a female, but just a woman, just a white woman. If I was a white man, I would be functioning from a point of an even greater privilege. I think we're missing an opportunity when kids have a moment to reflect about how the color of their skin does and does not allow them to move through the world. Running to them and trying to stifle that and trying to say you shouldn't feel bad, so we don't want to ever expose you to something that is going to make you have to pause and have maybe some internal feelings. It's a missed opportunity for some really good dialogue. I'm going to be,
and I think I said my thoughts pretty poignantly on that video in my quote retweet of it. Like, this bitch just racist.
Right. Where do we go with the whole judge somebody by the content of the character? Where did that go? Did that just get thrown out the window? Like, look, MLK, pretty flawed dude, right? But said some pretty good things, right? Was he a womanizer? Did he fuck a lot of women? Yeah, okay, whatever, right? But the idea is pretty damn good, right? The idea of like, how about you just judge people based off of who they are as people? I don't know, just throwing it out there, right?
Because it doesn't give them power.
And like a lot of people pointed out, you know, it's a bit of a pattern, but a lot of people pointed out that she's actually like posted about how she's got like Jewish heritage, and it doesn't matter if she has Jewish heritage, she's still pushing a like, I view white people as superior to everyone else, but because I dress up my racism in like this flowery therapy language and I do it from a like, you know, we should all demonize people with lighter skin perspective, my racism is like a higher evolved style of racism. It's a nice kind of racism. It's the correct kind of racism.
Fuck. I thought we were past all this shit, but we're not.
Not even close.
Not even close. Right. Hippie Tree Hugger, thank you so much for the 500 kicks. As liberalism in general, it's important to have an open mind, to have a healthy mind. Thank you, Hippie Tree Hugger. Marmalin says, bitch, go to Africa, go to Middle East, go to any Asian country and say that your skin color doesn't matter. You're just an asshole. Hippie Tree Hugger again says, moreover, he said, Tim does have private security. The issue is that law enforcement doesn't do anything about it. It doesn't matter. You Nazi means you die to them. He says, moreover, having your own opinion is dangerous to them because being an individual is forbidden. The First Amendment is problematic to Democrats. Thank you for that. Axe Bear Who Cares says, hey, Craig, I just wanted to give my condolences to Bowser. I lost my dog, Coco, who was about 13 last year just before my birthday. So I know how it feels. Pray for your family. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. It's been a rough few days, but we're getting over it right here. We have more from executive producer Elsie. Says, you guys know that G-Docs keeps a history of all your edits to a doc, right? I'll go back and find the solution to that very soon.
The final solution.
That's right. John says, don't forget they gave Horizon away for free when COVID happened to encourage people to stay home. So that messes with the sales number a bit. That's true. Just a reminder, John. Cenarian says, there's a reason why the Yakuza games have so many female fans. Muscly, manly men doing manly things.
Yes, and I even love the dating mini games in those. It's just so cute. Judgment was so much fun.
Kataka says, so I'm loving women. So if loving women is misogynist, wouldn't it make the feminist idea null and void? Suna Soul Silver says, you know what's bad when the gotcha community is getting gay
and lesbian fatigue.
Okay. Gatekeep your hobbies and take out the tourist chat. Also, please touch snow/grass on Christmas holiday. Thank you, Suna. C. Thomas says, it's not a skill issue that us normies would rather play games with characters who look like Miranda instead of potatoes.
Imagine.
Cenarian says, I played a lot of Gauntlet Dark Legacy on PlayStation 2 with my brother back in the day. All the playable characters are guys with big muscles and girls with big boobs, as it should be.
As it should be. True.
Arg, another name, says 100% of the content is made for 2% of the audience. He also says, Mary Korsmith, make female game characters attractive again. Thank you for that. And Benjamin came back. Says, I'm going to blow everyone's mind. Chat and panel, Vegeta from DBZ and Astolfo and from Fate are the same height and weight.
Vegeta femboy confirmed.
And Mac came in and says, Peanut agreed to do the awards after Shroud told him it would enrage the VTuber community if he won. He won because Shroud's massive audience voted for him, not because he's a beloved VTuber. There's a clip of this whole exchange on X. Interesting. I think that sheds a little bit more light on it. All right, that is a great place to wrap today. I would like to remind everybody, coming up on Monday, we're going to be doing our first episode of the Plus podcast. And so if you'd like to support what we have going over at Side Scrollers Plus, you can become a member and support Kirsche directly by using her link down below. She gets a sweet big old rev cut from that.
Sweet and big, baby.
So use that down below. Use that link and hook her up with some sweet Kirsche money. And you can support us over at Side Scrollers Plus. And we'll continue to produce some good stuff. That'll be on Monday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be a great time. We're going to be talking Christmas and all things that implies with all of our Plus partners on Monday night. So once again, use her link down below if you're looking to support us and allow snag Kirsche some support as well. We got a bunch of good things.
Monday Night Raw on Side Scrollers.
Ooh, I like it. That'll be interesting to see, by the way, the Monday Night Raw after because John Cena's retiring on Saturday.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's his final match. All right, time to go. You guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh.